This is a HeadGum podcast.
Today's episode is Shrek. I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
And I am Eric Shrek.
And we hate movies.
Jesus.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Hate Movies. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like I said up top, it's Shrek from 2001, directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jenson. I feel like this is maybe right now breaking some hearts on the internet.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a nostalgia buster. I think this is probably like our most successful movie we've ever done.
Wake up, babies. It's shit.
Oh, wait. It's okay to like a movie, but go back and see this one. I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's up to snuff.
What Eric means to say is, wake up, babies. It's shit.
Is that?
That's his new, he's
That's a
pushing a
translator.
new a new catchphrase, and I'm all about it.
That would be great in like Blade Runner 3.
Wake up, babies. It's shit.
That was Kurt Vonnegut's quote, right? Wake up, baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
Shit, it goes.
Why would I want to wake up the shit?
Hello, I'm awake. So this, of course, I mean, I don't know how you don't know what this is.
Yeah.
This is the Mike Myers, the first of the Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz animation dynasty.
This character has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Which is pretty dumb.
Do-
I read that today and I was like, that's pretty dumb.
Do any other ones?
I bet you Mickey Mouse has one.
Mickey's got one. I'm sure Bugs has got something.
Oh wait, so it's just anime.
Animated Hulk Hogan probably has it as well.
Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll has one.
Wait,
Akira.
animated Hulk Hogan?
There was a wrestling show with Hulk Hogan.
Wait, so is it Hulk Hogan parentheses cartoon?
Yes, cartoon only. Oh, brother.
Not the Gremlins in the movie theater?
You know what, brother? They did me dirty. They did me dirty on the Walk of Fame, brother.
Wait, is his thing Hulk Hogan or does it say Terry Bollea?
What do you mean?
Oh, it would be Hulk
It
Hogan.
would be
Hulk
Hulk
Hogan.
It's a cartoon. It's
Who
it's
knows
Hulk
Terry?
Hogan.
You know Terry Bollea and like the guy that released the sex tape. That's it.
Oh, Gawker knows all about Mr. Terry Bollea, I'll tell you that much.
Inside and out, man. Every nook and cranny.
Yeah.
I'll just leg drop you, give you a couple of $1,000,000.
Pork goes in, cum comes out.
Oh, God.
Pork goes in, cum comes out.
That's awful. This movie is technically for children, although, man, I'm really surprised it's rated PG.
It's nuts.
It's a hard PG.
Yeah.
This is an NC-17. My God.
I mean, this harkens back to like the days in the 80s when like 16 Candles could be rated PG.
This is the holy scion of Fritz the Cat.
Well, we're doing like it's the early 2000s. Maybe this is made in the late 90s, so we're still doing a lot of crude humor. Not that that's gone away, but like specifically in that time frame,
American Pie did something to mainstream comedy.
Yes,
and
there's something about Mary as well. Cameron Diaz.
Yes, of course,
Meet
and that
the
was 90.
Parents.
Yes, and that was all 98, 99, 2000 leading into this.
Right, and if you look back on it, by the way, there's something about American Pie and Shrek, 3 movies tied together by scenes with people playing with cum.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Important note.
Yeah, I mean, if you went to the movies in the early 2000s and there wasn't a cum in the movie, like, hey, man,
That's true.
Was the projector broken?
Holy shit.
Wow, that one was really weird. Ooh, that was creepy. I can't even look at you now. I'm so fucking freaked out.
Wow, you guys were like made for each other.
Dude, eHarmony, man. It helped us out.
Yeah, which one's Brad Pitt? Which one's Ed Norton?
Good
Oh,
question.
shit.
Oh, right. Dude, both of you shoot yourselves in the head.
So Shrek is a thing that exists because it's an ogre. It was a William Steig children's book.
Rod
Wait.
Steiger?
Is that the guy that wrote the girl who kicked over the hornet's nest?
No.
Stieg Larsson.
Oh yes, I have
Bit
a
of a
character named Shrek. He's an ogre. He's mean.
My favorite scene in this Shrek book is when Shrek kicks the dildo into that man's ass.
You know what? We're not far off from it in this movie.
Oh no, that person was both financially and physically abusing Shrek. You will get revenge on him. It's very powerful for Shrek, who's an ogre, to take power back.
This is the part where you learn about the donkey's family and how savage they are to everybody.
And here's an hour of the fairy tale newspaper business. It's a lot more about the newspaper business.
Those two sequels
Uh-huh.
got real boring real fast.
Of course, because it's about the fucking newspaper biz.
And it's like a fucking like courtroom drama.
Sure.
I was like, remember when that dildo got kicked?
Yes.
But no, so it's William Steig is was a New Yorker cartoonist, and the cartoon.
Oh God, I should have known.
And the book was very much like it was just about an ogre who could like breathe fire, and he was violent.
He could breathe fire.
He could breathe fucking fire.
Wait,
man.
where the hell is that in this?
Great question,
Toning
man.
it down to hit this PG.
So it's like, and like he's just so gruff and ugly and lonely, and he finds what is called an ugly princess, and they get together, and that's the whole thing. And I believe there's a donkey, but this was a smash success because DreamWorks took it up.
DreamWorks, man. Now we should say also. We say Mike Myers. This was originally Chris Farley.
It was.
And he had like almost all of it recorded before he passed away. And then Mike Myers just swooped on in and ate that up.
Is it? I mean, I guess because it would be too unsettling. Like, was it because it wasn't finished, or was it because it's too unsettling to hear a voice from beyond the grave?
You'd have to recast it for sequels.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Right.
And they were just thinking like, sequel money. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum.
Everybody was eating.
Which is kind of a bummer because, I mean, like, I'm sure Chris Farley did a great job, and like that could have been like he could have made another good movie other than Tommy Boy. You know what I mean? Like
it could have happened.
Wait, no, it wouldn't have been good.
It would have been Shrek. Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, like another beloved film other than Tommy.
Well, I don't know. So much of this movie is me sitting there going, Mike Myers' accent is turned on. Mike Myers' accent is turned off. Mike Myers' accent is turned on, off again. Like at least Chris Farley, he was just. You can hear some of it on YouTube. I think like he's just doing Chris Farley. It's totally fine, but like. Guaranteed he sounded like Chris Farley the entire time.
Then they toned it down. Like the drawings I've seen are very like much hairier, like weirder looking than he is.
Yeah, that'd be
like
fun.
he's like I honestly he's a little too adorable in this movie. I know he has to be.
Yeah.
But like in the original drawings I saw, he was much more like gangly. And Lord Farquaad was actually Lord Farquaad.
Oh,
Really?
that makes more sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
That should have been it.
And also, you're right. This Shrek could get it. He could go. He's a handsome enough guy.
He kind of looks like James Gandolfini a little bit with like little ears, you know? Like and James Gandolfini is a famously handsome fat.
Yeah, he looks like James Gandolfini now.
Oh man,
yikes!
Jesus.
There was something I think on the Tribune where they're talking. God, that's horrible.
You really like making fun of dead people, huh? You have quite a flair for it.
Welcome to my haunting.
I do have a story about looking like Shrek. But
Oh, please.
finish your thought?
Oh, now I lost my thought. What was it about until James Gandolfini was fucking disrespected? So
Was it Farquaad?
Oh no. It was. I think on the Tribune it said something about. Rumor has it that like this version of Shrek was based on like some old wrestler.
Oh yeah.
That was born
like,
in like in like 1900. This wrestler was born, and if you Google this dude,
He was an actual ogre?
he kind of. I mean, yeah, it looks. This dude could have played the part. Yeah.
What's your looking like Shrek story?
Okay, so this came out in 2001. And I was in high school.
Before the towers went down.
Before the towers went down the ladder, half of high school. And this might have been like 2002 or something.
Sure.
But I don't know if it was hotornot.com, but it was something like that where you rate photos of people.
That was hotornot.com.
I might have been an off one because there was a comment area as well. I don't know if that was I can't remember any of this stuff. But me and my friend from high school, we used to, take like angsty photos of each other. Right?
Oh yeah.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Yeah, of course everyone did that.
And then Chris Gavin definitely did.
Yeah.
And then unbeknownst to me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I put that photo up on this rating site."
Oh no.
Oh, without your permission?
Yeah. So then I go
That
to
stinks.
it. And like the one comment on it, it was like this one person says, "He looked like Shrek."
Oh man.
Just like all lowercase.
No time for punctuation.
I love the idea that you have to fucking write that and hit send. You know what I mean?
He looked like Shrek.
You know that guy looked like Shrek. He looked like Shrek. Who looked like Shrek? He looked like Shrek. It's just like, you have to it's in your brain and it can't just be like, hey, buddy, doesn't that guy look like Shrek? No. Hey, everybody, he looked like Shrek.
But that's not why I hate the movie.
No.
I hated it when I saw it originally.
Let me talk to. May I speak of my experience with this film? The year was 2001, Christmas 2001.
And someone said on a website you look like Donkey.
No,
Dumbo.
However, I got for Christmas. Me and my brother got a DVD player.
Watching things on DVD.
Yeah, we blew the roof off the house.
Wow, man, that's pretty cool.
But no one
Your
got
TV
me any.
exploded.
Nobody got anybody any DVDs, so I had to go to Blockbuster to rent one. And what I did was I spiked up my hair, which was the style of the time.
Yes,
Nice.
it was.
And I got what I also got for Christmas was a pair of yellow sunglasses.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I walked down
Fucking
in
Sugar Ray coming through.
this olive snowboarder jacket, which I also got for Christmas.
Nice.
This is a big Christmas.
It was a huge Christmas for me,
Did it all come in a pimp set, or was it separate things that had to be purchased?
and I just look back at myself now. I must have looked like the guy from Smash Mouth, man. And what I did was rent Shrek, and this is my first DVD I ever saw.
So, wait,
Wow.
did you see it in the theater at all?
No. It's just like, oh, people like this movie. That's the only.
Right.
And look, there was like 9 DVDs or whatever it was there. I was like,
Yeah.
Shrek.
I saw Shrek in the theater.
Oh, yeah?
So did
Yeah.
I, and I was
Yeah.
just fuming the entire time.
Fuming.
I
Hey,
could
everybody, turn the lights on. Bring the house lights up. That guy over there, he looked like Shrek.
In hindsight, they were probably right.
I definitely also owned this on standard def
No.
DVD. Yeah, I had it.
Oh my God. Full frame?
No.
Did you get popcorn?
What? When I bought it on DVD?
Sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I can't recall.
This had the most annoying DVD menu thing where it was just the donkey like, hey, Shrek, let's watch the movie. Shrek, I'm over here. Shrek, I'm over here. Shrek, I'm over here. And like,
yeah.
you left the room to go to the bathroom and you didn't know what a DVD was. You're like, oh, I just hit pause or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's what is that nattering coming from the television?
Learn from Terminator 2, just flames and that cool ass song.
Yeah.
That's it.
Steve, did you get popcorn?
I did get popcorn.
Because in the Blockbuster, they started to do that like check. Do you remember that? It was there at the register as an impulse.
Oh, of
item.
course.
yeah.
Act 2 popcorn. I remember it well.
Act 3 is the toilet.
Act 2 where the popcorn breaks up.
Well, thank you for your popcorn.
So this movie starts off with like this sweet sort of fairy tale book look to it. Mike Myers is narrating.
Record scratch. This ain't your mama's fairy tale.
That's right.
Wait,
Tear
what?
that book out of the tome, man, and wipe your fat ogre ass with it, because this dude is taking his shit and tearing up his reading material to wipe his own ass.
I missed that part.
Oh, yeah.
It
I
was.
knew he tore it, but I didn't know that this was toilet paper to be up.
Well,
his-
he tears it. It's like, ha, that story is bullshit.
It was
And
a
he tears it,
Necronomicon.
and they cut. They immediately cut to the fucking outside of the
Oh,
outhouse,
right.
and it's somebody what, and he fucking kicks the door open,
See,
and he's
keep
You
going.
stressed.
you missed it completely. He was jerking off in the outhouse,
Yeah.
and he had to wipe up something else, not just.
Somebody once told me that the world was out to roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
She
was looking
kinda
kinda
fuck you
dumb
both.
with a finger in her thumb and a shape of an L over forehead.
Ooh.
Take
well,
it, Chris.
The world's going into
That's
Don't
not
Stop.
happening.
Dude,
I
that song,
hate
that
this
song
song.
is fucking wretched.
It's
is
so
the
bad,
worst.
and it was
you know what?
played at this point, right? It's 2001.
Oh,
It was
yes,
a
it
little
was.
late.
It was surprise. It was one of those like, oh, this song,
Yeah.
and then it was only then that song was like forever cemented
as the Shrek song.
as the Shrek
Because
song
it
and like
was
the
the
larger
Mystery Man
pop
song.
culture.
I-
It was the Mystery Man thing, but then that was like 3 years prior. Everybody kind of forgot that song and that video and
Yeah.
all that shit. And this movie just dragged up all these bad memories.
From the beginning, I've always been a walking on the sun man.
oh, right.
I totally forgot that this was in this movie, and it's another reason why I hate it. There's so much dated humor in this, besides all
Oh
the
my god.
the dick jokes, but like the Macarena thing, which on my memory was like 3 minutes long and the entire song, because I was so angry, but it turned out to be about 3 seconds. They do the Macarena at the end.
Yeah.
But
and it's not even the song.
you have to understand where we were as a society at the time.
4 years out from that song being popular.
Yes.
4 years out with like literally like a joke a day about the Macarena
Yes.
for 4 fucking years. And then I got to see this fucking ape, this green ape do it.
The fucking
Green ape.
Whatever this thing is.
the bones of that song had already turned to dust.
Yes.
And then here's
Yes.
this movie throwing it back in your face.
I mean,
Are
Lou
the Vega
Vega,
Boys
we
dead
can
or what?
understand. The Vega Boys.
Who did the Macarena there? The something boys.
I don't know.
The Baja Men. No, that's
No,
not. That's
definitely
no, they were Who Let the Dogs Out.
No,
Yeah.
there was like these 2 older dudes,
Yes.
right? That were just, they must be dead. Please look them up. Please tell me they're dead. Please tell me. Why did that happen?
Hold on. Sorry.
I just don't like all like this is a very
Sorry, hold on.
so I just don't like the idea of like referencing so many songs that are in a world that this has no connection to.
That's the thing. If you want to play, but because the movie has it both ways,
Yes,
which is annoying.
100%.
It just plays the songs like at the case of the beginning with somebody, like nobody's singing that.
Yeah.
But then there's other parts of this movie where Eddie Murphy's singing like disco tunes. and
Otis
shit.
Redding. He goes into an Otis Redding.
Los Del Rio was the band.
Oh, okay. And are they dead?
Oh.
I don't know. It's a good
Okay, yeah.
question.
Go back on your phone and find out if they're dead.
Dude, by the way, you would know if they were dead.
The nation would mourn.
Exactly. You would have heard about it. They're
Yeah.
just like their careers
That's
are
true.
dead.
That's one thing Trump would definitely put a holiday on. The death of them.
Fucking finally.
yeah, you'd be
Our
celebrating
national nightmare is over, folks.
it.
We found the people who sang the Macarena and killed them instantly.
We're gonna build a billboard chart around them so that they can't infiltrate our music.
No, but Eric is 100% like you might as well have made a Rico Suave fucking reference at this
Oh,
point.
totally. Which
Like-
you could have done here because in this montage, he's totally taking his sexy shower. This is the most disgusting shot in the movie. He's bathing in the little swamp and it's mud that just looks like diarrhea. And he makes it like fall out of like a fucking makeshift shower head and it goes into his mouth. And it just looks like the main character of this children's film is chugging his own shit.
But he spits it out. Like, who even drinks shower water? Like, you know what I mean? You're not in the shower going,
Yeah.
What are you-
It's
it's
gross.
disgusting.
Maybe you don't.
Listen. It's okay to drink shower water.
somebody started drinking shower water.
Yeah, it's just really fucking gross, man.
Well-
Everything about this montage is gross. And correct me if I'm wrong, we thankfully avoid ogre butt cheek, or do we get
You
it?
get like the coin slot a little bit.
Oh, they're just teasing you.
Oh,
Huh?
here's my coins. Oops. Keep it in the shot.
I could have used some side cock.
Oh, man. Some Richard Harris sidecock.
Dude, just go to a torrent website and that's a fucking ad on
Are
the
you
side of the page.
Oh, absolutely.
With Shrek?
If
We're
you
Shrek
want to
porn.
see cartoons, fuck, here's Shrek and Lois Griffin. Oh, the internet.
Oh my god!
I'm an artist on the internet. Oh.
Sure are, buddy.
deviant artist.
So,
Well, they do. There's a direct reference to shitting in when they cut to the
please.
shot of the log.
The outhouse?
No. There's
Yeah.
another one when
Uh-huh.
he's at the other side of the log, and it's just a cut to a log, and shit is being pushed out. And for a moment, you're like, "What's going on here?"
Oh, right, when he's pushing out the slugs and
Yeah.
he eats it. That's another thing. He's seen like in the swamp water and he's like farting and making like a jacuzzi.
we fart before credits end.
Absolutely.
We're farting before the credits end.
Toxic farts.
because a fish comes up dead. Like a fish goes belly up in this bog because he fucking farted. And then he goes, oh, great. And picks it up and eats it. He eats something that he murdered with his asshole. This movie's fucking disgusting.
Well, he seasoned it, so he has to eat
The
it.
circle of life.
And this movie looks like trash. You
Does.
kind of wish like a stylist was behind any of this. It doesn't have a
Yeah,
style
like a hairdresser.
no, just somebody that knows how to compose something.
It looked,
Texture. There's no texture to anything.
it honestly looked better than I remembered.
it looked better than I thought it was going to for a movie that's now 17 years old.
Sure.
But like the parts, you can tell the parts that they put more effort in. Like
Yes.
Shrek and Donkey look good.
Yes.
all the human beings just look like bad Sims.
They look like Fiona looks like a sim, like a total fucking sim.
Some of the close-ups of Farquaad were decent.
Farquaad, man.
Because he's cartoony at least. Like they at least
Yes.
take a direction with him.
And his
for like
eerie legs. It's the most haunting part of this film are John Lithgow's legs.
Because they're little?
Progresso soup.
No, John, this is Shrek. You're playing Lord Farquaad.
Excellent.
Get out of here, Shrek. Don't you see me?
Nobody wants you here, Shrek.
Yeah, he should have shooed this beast away in one scene. That would have
Hey,
been awesome.
Shrek, how about having some stewed chicken in your swamp from Progresso soup?
I think that man did like one Progresso
No, dude,
commercial.
that guy is living off Progresso
And that's
money.
just bog water.
It kind of is.
I don't mind Progresso soup.
I'd rather drink a swamp.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Look at fucking bougie Steve Zanuck over here and his fucking $5 a can soup.
Oh, he's a chunky man if I ever heard of one.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. We all can't afford to eat exclusively chunky soup.
It's for football players and me.
It's like a meal in a can.
So he gets seized by all these guys that are like knights or whatever. And he
there's some weird roundup
Yeah.
taking place right here.
It's an
and
ethnic cleansing.
It
Yeah.
is, dude. This
Yeah.
forest is getting cleansed of all its fairy tale creatures.
Degenerates.
Well, that's the weird thing. It comes to nothing. It stops in the middle of the movie, and they never come back until the
Because
fucking dance at the end.
They turn his beloved swamp, into a refugee camp.
Absolutely right. Without, he's like, I didn't give you permission to do this, and it's like, dude, they don't need it, man.
But it turns
this is how it begins, dude.
You're full of your swamp is now full of every kind of magical creature in the book, right?
Yeah.
There's tons of friggin' wizards in this group.
a lot of gnomes,
That's
the
your-
7 dwarves.
That's your fucking army, man. Overthrow the government.
Shrek doesn't work well with
They
people,
got
though.
powers,
That's the
and then you
problem.
take the one guy who's got no powers on your quest.
Farquaad like eminent domained all this shit. Like that was his plan. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, he's like a
this-
Brooklyn slumlord.
No, this looks like Ben Kingsley and Schindler's List. This isn't like imagery
Wait,
for
which
when you're
one?
getting kicked off your land.
No, yeah, these people are like, they have to get registered, then they
Yeah.
get carted away.
Yep.
It's a little too Holocausty for my
Right.
taste.
We're
One-
sleeping in tents.
There's a couple wizards that are working with them.
And they make this like it's cheap heat. Like putting like the little bear cub is like wailing for its mother to like get a
And
cheap
it's
emotional reaction.
Right, and it's the only one that's in color for this scene.
That bear whining, though, that's used as a joke because the bear says, "Oh, this cage is too small," and you're like, "Fucking get it? The 3 bears."
Yeah,
Do you get it? Goldilocks
I
and 3
can't
bears.
bear it.
What bugs me about the fairy tale characters, aside from that they come to nothing, and there's a lot of this heavy imagery for no good reason, is they call themselves fairy tale creatures.
Yeah.
which bugs me to no end.
Yeah.
Like they should just be called magical creatures or like
Right.
What's
you know,
wrong with
other-
saying fairy tale?
Because you're already
because
in a
you're
fairy
in a
tale.
fucking fairy tale. You don't say
It's
that.
not a tale, it's your life.
Exactly. Like,
Oh,
are
so-
there fairy tales? Like, is it like that in Logan where we're reading fairy tales at the same time we're
exactly, dude. You're missing it. This movie is so meta.
Fuck.
We're living in a world where, like, yeah, that exists, but you don't know the whole story.
It's
This is the real story.
doing Rumpelstiltskin's in a fucking cart? Like, yeah, these are bullshit.
Dude, isn't he in the 4th movie?
Rumpelstiltskin,
I think
I'm sure.
so.
I stopped after 2.
I take
man.
that creep out of my movies, dude. That guy was up to no good.
Oh yeah,
Rumpelstiltskin,
right?
yeah, dude.
He's
What would he
definitely
do?
in the
He
third or fourth.
Turned hair into gold or something.
Yeah, and he wanted to fuck that girl, man.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
Wow.
voiced by Steve Buscemi?
Hey, man, you gonna use that girl or what? You can guess my name.
Are you
dude.
gonna use that?
That's what his
girl
whole
or
thing
what?
is. Yeah, he's like, I'll help you. I got you some gold, man. You just gotta marry me, dude.
Bruce Glover should have been in more movies,
He should have.
Absolutely.
especially monster movies.
We're introduced to the donkey here. The donkey is talking. He's a talking
wow.
donkey. Yeah.
Voiced by Eddie Murphy,
Mm-hmm.
who I will state up front, I think does a good job. In this movie.
Yes.
He's having a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
and it's actually good. It had been a long time for Eddie Murphy. Well, actually, not that long because those Clump movies were huge.
Yeah, he was on top of the world.
I like
Pluto Nash?
both of those, the Nutty Professor
You like
and the
Pluto,
Meet the Clumps.
Pluto Nash, you like?
No, I've never seen Pluto
Oh,
Nash. I'm
okay.
talking about the Clumps, motherfucker.
The first Night Professor, I still genuinely like.
Wait,
I don't
when
know
was
about
the
that
last-
second one.
When was the last time you saw those movies?
The first one I saw relatively recently.
You want to talk about fucking
good
fart
lord.
jokes? That's all that movie.
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
Because you know what? That's what fat people do.
Hey, man, I was laughing.
Well, it's kind of hard not to laugh at a really good cut-knit joke.
That's the thing. It's good fart jokes.
Oh, okay.
These are just like fucking duds. Like there's no
Silent
good
but
squeakers.
deadly.
Yes. There's no character, no wetness to them.
Wetness.
Yeah, I really want a full-figured fart joke.
Wetness. What are we talking about? Terry Bolleo?
Oh.
Balea.
He's got a surf shop. And he had sex. Well, I'm sure he was wet in some parts.
We are 3 jokes away from him owning this podcast.
Oh fuck!
That's right. Yeah, I'm. Hey, brother, I'm incredibly litigious. Sorry.
Hey, brother, welcome to We Hate Movies. Just me.
We're gonna start with all Stone Cold's movies and every wrestler that's not me's movies.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, more like The Rock, more like every single episode.
Okay.
Stay tuned to We Hate The Rock. Only love, brother. Only love. HH. So sign off all my tweets so you know it was Terry making them.
Terry's a Vin Diesel man, if you know what I mean.
This is fair use. We're reviewing his sex tape today. It's called Shrek.
Oh man, he looked like Shrek. That guy over there having sex with the lady, he looked like Shrek.
Shrek and Marge Simpson. You'll never believe it, but guess what? I'm an artist.
I don't think anyone who does that considers themselves an
Dude.
artist.
Yes, they do, dude.
Why would she? I don't know. I don't like Marge hooking up with
Because the
Shrek.
internet is international waters for animation,
How would
dude.
they even meet, man?
Bend over and I'll show
That's the
you.
thing. Fox and Disney don't own, the imagination of perverts. So
But apparently they own.
you can cross over whatever.
Well, they own Robin Hood, the Three Blind Mice,
Yeah.
the Seven Dwarves, Sleeping Beauty,
Sleeping Pluto?
Pluto. Fucking Popeye should be in this.
Oh, he should.
yes,
There's
big time.
so many crossovers. This is the Ready Player One for fairy tale.
It is.
It totally is,
And
actually.
it just kind of, the donkey is there. He gets some fairy dust, and there's a
because
gag about him.
Tinkerbell gets like drop kicked. Did you notice that?
Yeah, she's like dead.
She's in a cage, and she looks like she's in like a bug zapper, and someone like drop kicks her, and she gets like fairy dust all over the donkey, and he starts flying away.
Yeah, and he starts flying, and then
Angel dust.
Sorry, there's one thing that I had a question about in this scene, because Donkey is like owned by this old woman.
Yeah.
And she's trying to sell him, sell him off to these guards,
Yeah.
saying like, oh, it's a talking donkey, and he doesn't say anything and whatnot. And then these guards are like, this old woman is lying to us. Take her away. Are they going to shoot that woman in the head?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
This is what we're talking. No, they're gonna tie her to a tree, and it's cold out, and they're gonna fucking put a fire hose on her so she freezes
Wait.
to death.
No, guns and fire hoses didn't exist yet.
Oh, that's a good
It'd
point.
be like an axe or something, right? Maybe an arrow.
Put her in
Oh.
the stocks.
Oh, the
Yeah.
stocks. That's what I'd like to
Oh, no.
see.
You know what they used to do? I love this. We should do this more often. They'd put him in a cage and just hang him up and let him starve. And then
Oh, like Martin Prince in that one Simpsons episode where Flanders
Yeah.
is the principal?
And also with David Blaine or whatever. You just put him in a box and let him starve, and the buzzards go to him.
Oh, is 2001? Was Shrek part of the Pussy Posse with David Blaine?
Oh,
been.
yeah. That could
Hey, Leo, we going out tonight?
Late arrival, man.
Yeah, you've got a magician. You've got Kevin. What's his face from? Oh, fuck.
Connolly.
You've got Kevin Connolly. Wanna get Shrek? Where
Nah.
we going?
Nah, the beach was great. Beach was great, brother.
We're going to Gwyneth Paltrow's birthday party.
There might be some new listeners today because we're talking about Shrek, and that was this gaggle of guys
Yeah,
that
man.
would go out and commit sex crimes in Hollywood.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
They just went out for nights on the town,
Yes.
man. There's
Dude,
no
I don't
substantiated
crime
sex
necessarily.
crimes.
Okay, yeah, were
You
you
can't just
there?
be going
Were you
around
there?
saying people committed sex crimes.
Well, potentially, man.
Hey, Toby, you've got anything? I'm dry, man. I'm real fucking dry, dude. All of a sudden, that girl's still in my apartment. I don't know how to get her out.
I think she lives there. Oh, wait, no, is it a dead girl?
No, I think she's just.
Oh, because
kinda
if she
still
was
hanging out.
dead, Shrek
Yeah.
could just eat her.
Oh, right.
That's why he was part of the posse.
Oh, he was the cleanup crew?
Yeah.
Well,
the
well,
cleaner.
well,
I
Shrek.
could do whatever I want to the body before I get rid of it.
Well, Shrek. I don't think you should have tried to make make her eat your shit. I think
It's
that was
what
probably
I'm into.
I do it all the time.
I'm a fucking star, Leo. Don't worry about it. We're all stars.
Where did you find all these slugs and maggots that you shoved in her mouth?
They came out of my body.
By the way, Leo, the beach is great. Just saw the beach, bro. Great one.
DiCaprio like calls up Shrek at 3:00 in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, Shrek, yeah, it happened again. Get down here. Hope you're hungry."
I don't know, man.
So the donkey escapes. Shrek, these agents of the devil or whatever give chase. Lord Farquaad,
Knights?
the devil.
You mean?
Knights,
Yeah.
sure, whatever. They give chase. He runs into Shrek in the middle of the woods, who's putting up a like caution me sign.
Yeah.
He's putting up all these like watch out for ogres signs to get people to go away from his bog.
It's
and
kind of
whatnot.
like those like a gun owner on premises, like those signs.
Yeah, watch your step. Gun owner lives here.
Do not tread on me. I got the sign.
I'm an ogre, motherfuck.
Yeah, that's what a "do not tread on me" flag. That's what it says. I look at that. It's just like, I'm an ogre.
Oh, that guy in that house, he looked like Shrek.
Yeah, exactly.
The dog is nice. The owner is a monster.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
an American flag, black and white, but there's a blue stripe on it. I'm an ogre.
So Donkey convinces Shrek, sort of begrudgingly. Shrek, I guess, agrees to like let him come stay at his house and whatnot. And Shrek's doing the like, kind of like Wilford Brimley in that fucking Ewoks
Yeah, a
movie.
little
He's
bit.
like, you gotta stay outside, donkey.
What's a fucking donkey, man? You're
Yeah,
a
he's
horse.
dog.
shitting all over your chair.
It's a dog. That's
Well, I mean-
what he acts and does. Like that's
Yes.
the
Hold
the-
on a second.
the
Chris
relationship.
Cabin. Dogs talking to you, dude?
oh shit.
Holy fuck, man.
Cabin, are you applying to work at the post office?
I can't wait for the
He
summer
does-
to come, man.
Wait a second. Chris Cabin now lives in the Bronx.
That's
I do.
absolutely true.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, dude! This is like a fucking direct-to-DVD horror movie if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, we could make that.
Possessed by Berkowitz.
Get
Oh,
Spike Lee to
yeah.
do it again.
Yeah.
Get it right this time.
That,
That movie's totally fine.
that postal worker, he looked like Shrek.
Del Berkowitz definitely looked like Shrek.
He looked like Shrek. Oh man.
Dama, he looked like Fox and Hound.
So he finds his house is rotten with fairy tale creatures.
There's one thing. Can I gotta mention all the moments in this movie that almost made me throw up.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And so he's doing like, you have to stay outside or whatever, and he's kind of taunting him with like, oh, it's so great being in a house.
Yeah.
And he makes himself dinner.
Uh-huh.
And he sits down at the table, and I guess like Shrek's a dude, even when he's eating alone, he appreciates ambiance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he fucking digs into his little Shrek ear and pulls out like a full-size thing of wax and lumps it down like as a candle and lights it on fire. Almost threw up.
That's when I was this dinner scene because he's got like a pumpkin and he's got all these bugs all over it. And I was like, what if this movie was made by Tim Burton? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or Henry Selick or somebody that like has a style for actually.
Who is Henry Selick?
He's the actual guy that directed Nightmare Before Christmas.
Coraline.
I
James
thought
and
it
the Giant Peach was
Yeah.
in too.
So not Tom's brother? Not, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not Tom Selleck.
Okay.
Oh my God! If Tom Selleck and Henry Selick were brothers,
Dude,
I don't
man,
think you spell it the same.
How about this? A dark, twisted reboot of Magnum PI.
It's probably gonna happen. I think it is
Right?
happening.
Oh
It's-
shit, like Riverdale?
It's it's
Yeah.
like there's a new TV at Magnum PI coming out.
no.
Stop
Yes, there
motion-
is.
What?
Yeah, there is. 100%.
Really? And is
Yeah.
it dark and twisted?
No, it's
Probably would
like
have to be.
Who's playing Higgins?
I don't know.
a stop motion episode of Blue Bloods directed by Henry Selick.
Yeah, dude.
Could I just say, I know the casting directors for this new Magnum PI are out there right now playing Higgins.
Mhm.
How about looking into Horatio Sands as Higgins?
Oh, I like that.
I could do that, right? Just to get you started.
Right? Or
What
you
a
could do
quest.
what were in his movies? Like what was that guy? A bag of flour or whatever?
Oh, Oogie Boogie Man is a bunch of bugs.
How about the Oogie Boogie Man? Get him in there somewhere.
Yeah, totally.
You could do it.
But I mean, like those things had like shape to them,
Yes.
and like you know what I mean. And it was
Right.
a
They're
bir-
meticulously created.
Because
Ren
that
and
was a
Stimpy-
physical thing, right? Those were like stop motion.
Yes.
And this is
Yes.
just like a fucking
Well,
flash animation.
Even Ren and Stimpy, like the gross shit always had character. Like,
Yes.
this is just like literally just slop.
Yeah, like at least Ren and Stimpy's pile of earwax would sing me a song or some shit.
Ooh,
There's just so
jib
much.
jab.
There's just so much brown and green and earth tones that I could barely see what's even happening.
That's what the Middle Ages were, man.
Yeah, but you could brighten that shit up a little bit.
There's a big gray castle.
But also in the Middle Ages, if you had a fucking a jar full of eyeballs,
Yeah.
it would be full of blood and guts and shit too, and you would see Shrek like cracking a skull open
Great
and
point.
getting a fucking eyeball.
This should be just like Hard to Be a God.
Yes, yes, 100%.
Yes.
And talk about eating shit, dude.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Get your main back from the dead, resurrect him,
Yep.
and get him to do a remake of Shrek.
Definitely.
So all these fairy tale characters. I think at first, well, who do we see first here? It's like
the three blind mice sort of
Yes,
ruin his
that's right.
dinner, and
And
then
then
like
the
the seven
seven
dwarves
dwarves.
throw in a Snow White onto the table, to which Shrek responds, "Get that dead broad off the table."
That's kind of a funny joke.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Well, I give it points for being a joke.
yeah,
That's true. No one was just eating feces.
Yeah.
Oh, no one farted. Hey, Leo, I farted again today. It was hilarious.
Why did I give Shrek my number? The posse was filled.
Well, that's another dead cat for me.
Hey, Leo, it's Kevin Conley. Are you trying to replace me with Shrek? Like,
Yeah.
I know that I haven't.
My God, what did he bring to the table?
I think he brought the dead girls, dude, to the table.
So yeah, then there's the wolf, the big bad wolf is in his bed. And
Which I believe that was a trailer. There's so many trailer moments in this actual movie. There must have been like 4 different trailers, 6 different TV spots.
oh, well, the donkey, and like Eddie Murphy's donkey character is like this lonely donkey who's super excited to have anyone to talk to and have a friend. And he's so excited when he's sleeping over Shrek's house. He's like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. And that I'm making waffles was the biggest fucking line of 2001.
Is that right?
I don't know.
It was
Is this your
huge.
school?
Yeah, maybe.
Were people
No.
yelling, "I'm making waffles"
Yeah.
in the hallway?
When I think in the theater, I do remember people like almost clapping at that.
Just like, yeah, like collapsing like a
Yeah,
fucking.
like this was the be all and end all, man. This was this was the state of comedy in 2001.
It's just so weird because one, that donkey can't make waffles.
That's a good
No,
point.
and what first were waffles invented yet?
No.
Was there a portal from Beastmaster 2 that brought waffles and all these popular music?
I mean, show me Shrek's fucking, waffle iron, man.
That's a great question.
Because otherwise, you're just like putting dough together and like, roasting it or whatever,
yeah, and
calling
that
it a waffle.
my friend, that is a pancake.
Exactly. I think the joke would have been better if I'm making pancakes. At least I can see that.
I agree, because the technology at the time, you could conceivably make a pancake, right? Eggs,
Eggs, yeah.
right? That's in there, right?
Yeah, there's some eggs in there.
Flour.
Flour, sure.
I think so. There's a cake. At
You got to
some
whisk
point.
that up, Chris, or
I don't think you have
we're
to. but-
hungry here, Chris.
So he goes outside, and all of the fairy tale creatures who are self-identified fairy tale creatures,
Right.
are in his yard there, and he's like, "Oh, get on out of here, you dumb old fairy tale creatures!" Well, what is this special class of person that's a fairy? Like, what is this order that Farquaad made? Like, no fairy tale creatures can, be around.
Right. Well, I think it's a thing where it's like if there was a story written about you,
Yeah.
or if you have like powers of some kind,
I see.
like that's it. Like you're a fairy tale creature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Pinocchio.
Fairy
There's
tale
a
creature.
tale
yes.
about that
Well,
guy.
wouldn't like later he's trying to get with princesses and like some of those Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, aren't those then classified as fairy tale creatures?
That's a good question. Yeah, he's breaking his own rules here. Farquaad does. So Shrek makes a deal. He's like, "Look, I want you out of here. I'm gonna go fight for your rights at Farquaad," and everyone like is applauding him because he's like a reluctant hero, but like it's a joke because he literally just wants them out of his swamp.
Right.
And his swamp has been basically relocated as a fucking goddamn concentration camp for really no reason.
For no reason. I mean, I don't know what Farquaad's motivations here other than he just wants his little kingdom to look like a bunch of Sims.
Also, where
Bunch
are
of
the
white Sims, by the way.
right? Yes.
There's not a black person in this movie, which doesn't make sense because it's a fake land anyway. Like, make
Yeah.
black people in the world. Like you don't just get off because Eddie Murphy's in your movie.
Yeah, but here's my question. So you're going to say that a movie like Shrek would put in like black characters, maybe some Asian characters, some Latin characters, right? If that happened, right, there's an alternate timeline where
in the
they
swamp
did that.
with them.
Guaranteed it's a thing where there's stereotypes all over the place.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's that kind of writing.
Well, it's
you know
also
what I mean?
2001.
You can get away with
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So maybe it's better off in this case.
That's
that they're
fair.
just a bunch of
White
homogenous looking
You were
Sims.
lucky if you're a sim.
And where are the guards? What's keeping these
That's
fairy
a good-
tale
yeah, I mean,
creatures there?
You don't
in this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, they're probably perched outside of the property.
Rafe Fiennes is in a sniper tower just waiting for someone to slip up.
That movie is fucking dull as balls, dude.
Oh, that's
Schindler's List?
Joseph Fiennes.
Oh, we're mixing.
Yikes, man.
We're mixing up sniper roles.
Ooh. Yeesh.
You're talking about
Enemy at the Gate,
Enemy
which
at
is
the
a
Gate.
dull ass sniper movie where Joseph Fiennes is up shooting at people. By the way,
Yeah.
They made an animated version of that kind of sort of that like
Schindler's List?
yeah.
and now back to Schindler's List on Fox Saturday afternoon
I
cartoon.
couldn't believe the love triangle with in Schindler's List. There's a love triangle in Enemy at the Gates, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they're
so.
both in love with the same girl. No, it's like that. Those couple of birds that are in World War II for some
Angry
reason,
Birds.
right? Oh, I think.
What?
Oh God, is
Wait,
it called
wait, wait.
Valiant? I think it's called
Hold on a
Valiant.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
Valiant.
yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
pigeon movie.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think that's
they're
like-
in World War II.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
What the?
They're like
fuck?
messenger pigeons
Yeah.
or some
For
shit.
what side?
I think for both
For
actually.
Imperial Japan.
No, aren't they like they're like English?
Oh,
Yes,
they're
the
English.
UK, yeah.
Because
it's
there's got to
like-
be a Nazi bird in there somewhere. Bullshit if there's no Nazi
There's probably
bird.
a goose stepping joke, I'd wager.
I would, sure. Maybe
What
a
about
German
the-
accent.
What about the Irish, man? They didn't take sides.
No, well, I think it's like whoever is cast, they're
Yes.
doing an English accent. I think isn't Ewan McGregor one of them?
Yes,
Yes.
I think he is.
Yes.
I think Ricky Gervais might be in that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah, he does.
Um,
he fucking stinks.
So Shrek goes to Farquaad's. A donkey follows him. We get a Disneyland joke because his whole castle kind of looks like Disneyland.
Yes,
and
there's
it's
a parking lot joke.
And this is it says you're in Lancelot, which is like the gag.
Yeah.
But that's not a fairy tale. That's King Arthur is not a fairy
Wait,
tale.
wait. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but it's not a fairy tale.
Yes, it is.
but
That
not
didn't happen,
like
dude.
grim.
Fucking King Arthur's a fairy tale. Fucking Jesus Christ's a fairy
Yeah.
tale. Throw them all
Yes.
in there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in your cool liberal
But-
bubble. But
I'm just saying they probably didn't exist.
but yeah, no, I know they didn't exist.
Worse than that is that they make a compensating joke. Who is this for?
Yes,
That's
they
a great-
say
Excuse me,
It's for the miserable father who had to take their kid to see a movie called Shrek.
Yeah.
No, it's not that, dude. It's just enough to keep the man still sitting in the seat. It's kind of like, you know what I mean?
right, because then see the guy who owns the castle has a small penis because
Yeah.
the castle
Yeah.
is rather large.
Yes, it is.
And doesn't like Mike Myers just says like, oh hey, think he's compensating for something, and the fucking cartoon donkey looks at him like, motherfucker, this is for kids. Like the donkey,
What?
like specifically doesn't say anything, but they animate it so that he looks at him like, dude, fuck you.
Please.
Do you know who's out in the theater right now? Fuck you, Shrek.
Actually, in this part, there's like one frame of a penis.
Oh
It's
right,
quickly spliced in.
Oh, right, of course.
it was 2001, man.
Damn.
Also,
Damn right.
Donkey, big fan of Willie Nelson, apparently. Donkey loves the redheaded stranger.
Why?
Yeah.
Because when they're fucking walking to this castle, man, right before they get to Lancelot, he's singing fucking On the Road again.
Jesus.
What the fuck is that? You want to play Smash Mouth as someone comes out of a toilet, fine. But this dude
That's
is
an appropriate time to play Smash Mouth.
this dude is
Yeah.
fucking actually singing Willie Nelson. Can you go to a Never Neverland FYE and fucking buy a Willie Nelson album?
I guess
You
so.
need a Beastmaster 2 time tunnel.
Yeah,
I think
that's how you're
it.
making waffles. That's how you're listening to William Nelson.
Exactly.
That's what you-
Smash Mouth.
Mushmouth, the band Mushmouth.
Smash Mouth.
We're actually a Smash Mouth cover band, Mush Mouth.
So Farquaad at this point, who's played by John Lithgow, is a very short person.
We're introduced to him being he's torturing the gingerbread man.
That's a scene that people love.
Now, is that a real fairy tale thing?
The gingerbread man, yeah.
There's like a Christmas guy or something.
What is a Christmas guy?
I don't know. I don't know much from anything.
Dude,
but-
that would have been great if this started with Farquaad fucking putting Santa's head in a guillotine. It's all for you, Claus!
All right, round up the gingerbread man, round up King Arthur and Jesus Christ. I'll crucify him.
Or throw Progresso soup cans at his head until he succumbs.
What do you want us to do with the Easter Bunny? Roast him!
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Rabbit stew, that's delicious.
Ah.
So he's torturing the gingerbread man. This scene's actually pretty funny. I actually think that like John Lithgow's pretty funny in this.
He's okay here,
He's
and
fine.
the dude who's voicing the gingerbread man is making him like a Mr. Bill type voice, which
Yes.
is pretty funny.
Oh, dude, that guy had a suit. That guy, whoever made Mr. Bill, had a lawsuit against.
Oh,
Shrek.
I'm sure. Also, because not just the voice acting though, like the way the gingerbread
Yeah.
man is drawn, and it's just the circular red
Yep.
mouth.
Mhm.
Holy shit!
He's like, oh no, it's happening to me. It's like, yeah, I fucking saw that in the '90s, my friend. We called it Mr. Bill.
By the way, the 90s were, what, like 200-300 days ago?
Yeah, that's a really good point. So, he gets the mirror,
Oh, right, the
enchanted-
magic mirror
Yeah.
the
itself.
magic mirror, and he's like, is my kingdom the fairest of them all? Have I gene cleansed it enough for it to be the fairest kingdom of it all?
Hey,
Is it-
mirror, was my genocide successful?
Oh no, they're playing heavy metal music outside my castle.
I couldn't find this in IMDb. It's not listed at all. Don't you think that the person doing the mirror sounds like Ryan Seacrest?
Oh, maybe
A little bit, yeah.
But it was like we were kind of like just before Ryan
little too
Seacrest, like a
early.
scotch.
Yeah,
But I couldn't figure out who's doing the voice. It's not listed on IMDb.
probably just some dude.
A 2001 Ryan Seacrest is a Carson Daly.
Call that a Carson Daly.
But it probably sounds like that because they're doing the game show thing of like they immediately go into like the newlywed game.
For
Wow.
the 65-year-old in attendance?
I don't get this. As if the whole like, the whole like dating game joke
Right.
was like a joke that like transcends generations.
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
This
it does because Singled Out was not long before this.
That's true.
Well, not-
Oh, that's actually true.
I read it. Well, so the
different
plot
format, I understand.
the plot device is he's not a king because he doesn't have a queen yet, and he has to marry a princess to become a king.
Right.
So he's like, "Oh, show me a bunch of princesses." And the weird thing is,
Your eligible bachelorettes. This one likes sushi and hot tubbing. Her name is Cinderella with fucking sushi and hot tubbing. This is just. I feel a white hot anger build inside of like my internal body. I think my soul. I
everyone's-
think I actually feel my soul when I watch this movie.
all of the good reviews of this movie of the time are like, "This movie is so irreverent. Oh, it is a breath of fresh air." Could you imagine? And this is the fucking Rosetta Stone of all that shit we have to deal with now in the
100%.
animated movies,
Yeah,
where it's all like
Patient
noth-
zero. This
noth-
is patient zero.
You're
nothing
totally
but
right.
bland, nothing pop
They-
culture jokes,
right.
bad songs from 10 years ago, fucking
Stuff that
Madagascar, I'm
will
looking at you.
Never age well. They invented the fucking best animated feature category in the Oscars to give it to this movie. This movie was nominated for best adapted screenplay.
Are you
as
kidding
well.
me? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
dude.
Wait a
it
minute.
stunk.
2001 was the first time there was best animated
Yes.
feature?
That's
I
right.
did
And
not know that.
Monsters Inc. was robbed.
It was Rob.
It was
It's a
Rob.
much better movie.
Great
Fuck, yeah, it is.
'Cause that movie is actually funny within the world of itself. It's not like, oh yeah, it's not like John Goodman making fucking, I don't even know, whatever Jack Nicholson jokes or whatever nonsense we have to do in Shrek.
There's actual world building, logical world building
Yes.
in that. This, it's just like, whatever, man. Fuck it.
Well, I think that so many people were excited about this because it was taking the piss out of Disney, which is like, whatever. Hey, guess what? We all love that. But at the same time, like, it's not a movie. That doesn't make it a movie.
But it's just like your movie's the same exact thing, except you're making like skid marks jokes.
yeah.
That's
So-
not taking anything down.
So we see Cinderella, we see Snow White, and then we finally see Princess Fiona, who we're told is
Can I stop for the the fucking sleeping Snow White thing?
Oh, what's that?
It had to happen, didn't it?
Necrophilia
fucking
joke?
happen. She lives with 7 guys, but she's not easy.
Oh,
wow, yeah, totally. Get it, everybody? They're not running a train on her.
Come on.
Really? No, that's the joke.
It is the joke.
But again, that whole thing of like, who is this for? Now you're just like, oh, a dude that would appreciate a gangbang joke, I guess is the idea.
Hey, man, one for Shrek, please.
I heard there's a really solid gangbang joke in this.
You let long jackets in here, right?
I'm a cultural critic for Gangbang Monthly. I'm just, I heard that my culture was being represented in film, and I'd love
Just
to.
once a month?
Glenn Kenny from the Girlfriend Experience shows up.
Oh, man.
Yep. Can I buy 3 seats, 1 for myself and 2 just to be empty next to me?
I like the idea that it's like an airplane.
I no. The court decided I need to be at least 2 seats from a child at all times.
Which is it's bullshit. We'll fight that. We'll win that. We'll win that one.
But,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, 1 for Shrek though.
Definitely just 1 for Shrek.
So there's like this whole thing where like they get to Duloc, I believe is the name of the town, something like that. Duloc, I think.
That's it.
And Lithgow is in the process of making this big decree from the balcony, and like Shrek is so clueless. He just walks in here.
Well, because he's going to task knights to free Fiona from a castle that's protected by a dragon. That's all we kind of know about her right now.
Right.
She's like the other princess. Is like, oh, that'll be my bride, Progresso Soup. And
there's a whole sequence. I guess it must be before he takes the assignment.
Yeah.
Or something. Where like the guards are like, oh, it's an ogre, let's get him. And Shrek, this is the most offensive part of this movie. Shrek is seen like breaking open all these massive casks of beer and just wasting it.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Shrek.
Before that, 1 of 2 times a really bad joke is made. They open a stall like what? It's like a welcome to the town.
Yeah.
And they sing, and one line goes, "Shine your shoes, wipe your blank."
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it's
face.
totally.
And it's supposed to be ass.
Right, because they all
Right.
like bend over to get ready. It's like it looks like a cuckoo clock kind of a thing.
Like you finish it yourself in your head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're putting ass into my head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. How
And they're
about that?
bending over to show you their wooden asses.
Exactly.
Yeah, the movie was good, but you got to finish the things for yourself. I like more overt. My culture of gangbangs are being represented. I would like to.
I'm gonna go home and watch Lois Griffin and Shrek. Get it on.
Well, you know what? When the DVD comes out, we're going to have ourselves a supercut made of the good scenes.
Oh God.
Hey, can I sneak in Hardee's? Oh wait, no, I shouldn't tell you I'm sneaking in food. Shit. All right.
No, I didn't. I don't mean the food. I mean my erection.
Oh man.
I just normally smell like roast beef. Never mind about that.
Okay, I'm
Hardee's.
sneaking in both. We got a bag of Hardee's and a bag of Hardee's at what I describe my trousers.
This is also when the movie totally stops dead, so we can have like a 2 to 3 minute professional wrestling
Yeah.
joke.
It was huge at the time.
Yes.
It was. We were in the middle of the Attitude Era.
We were.
Yeah, that was
We
basically
were knee deep in the Attitude Era.
That was the end of professional wrestling, basically.
As far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
And someone's yelling out, "Oh yeah, hit him with a chair," which is like the attitude era.
It's exactly right.
Which
and
no
it's
one
like,
would
why is there? Well, I'm sorry, but why is there a wrestling ring in the middle of this fucking castle?
Exactly, and hit him with a chair, man. Chairs took forever to make back then. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
I
really
do
good.
not think so.
There's some like caner who's just looking like, oh, all that work I put into that seat bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
My tools are not weapons. I didn't make a weapon.
I made that for sitting.
No!
For I have become death, destroyer of seats.
It's that Lord of War movie, but it's Lord of Chairs.
Oh yeah, dude, he's like fucking going to the Shrek Soviet Union, the former Shrek Soviet republics, to like buy a bunch of wooden chairs to
Yep.
like sell off to warlords.
But then Jared Leto just gets too much Shrek cocaine and just blows the whole thing.
That'd be great. And the poster is just Shrek's face, but it's like made out of bullets.
yes. And then Jared Leto gets shot with a bunch of stools.
So he beats them all up, and he hears it from the crowd. Speaking of wrestling,
Yeah, he
and
does.
he's like, "Oh yeah, like, oh congratulations, thanks so much. Try the veal."
Yep, that was next on my fucking complaint department memo.
Do not give me a try the veal joke. No.
Who is that one for? Because that's the thing. When you see that come up in like a Looney Tunes cartoon, like even a Looney Tunes cartoon from like the fucking 50s, and you're like, who was it for then? It's one of the dumbest, hackiest fucking Catskill comedian jokes of all time.
Try the veal, or tip your waitresses.
I'll be here all. I think Shrek says something about I'll be here till Thursday. Just fucking what? Doing what? Wrestling? You can't just leap from one fucking joke to another.
What are you doing there in this time? Cobbling? Like, what are you talking about? Stand-up comedy didn't exist. No. So Lithgow gets the idea. It's like, oh, Shrek, I'll send, they get to talking. Basically, Shrek's like, I want all these fucking, I want this concentration camp moved, please.
Yeah, totally. And that's what's interesting, right? He's not opposed to these people being round up and put somewhere.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want it to happen on his property.
Yes, that's
Fuck
the American
you,
way,
Shrek.
man.
The American way for this Scottish.
Evil happens.
Good point.
Evil happens when good Shreks do nothing.
So the arrangement they come to is like, all right, I will move this thing if you go and save this princess and bring her back here.
Right, you'll be my champion. You
Yes.
go and slay the dragon.
Slay it, dude.
So now we're going to spend a lot of time in poorly drawn forests. We see so many gross-looking sunflowers. Man, do they look like shit.
Yeah, they're all rotting. I thought like something was wrong with the foliage in this movie, or all the plant life. Right?
I just want to like click on them and like make them do something with
All
with my
right.
mouse.
Yeah.
And why bother with the rain? You know it's a challenge to do water.
Yeah.
Why bother with the rain? It looks like absolute trash.
Because listen, we needed a bunch of false starts before we could get to where we are today. So like you just
Wait, what?
You just had to have shitty rainwater effects before you could have good rainwater.
That's what Disney XL channel is for, whatever the fuck,
What?
Or XD.
XD,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, dude, XD.
I don't think that existed at the time.
It did not.
But there must have been some do it on television.
There
is
was
what
a
I'm saying.
Disney Channel.
There you go.
Would that work?
Yes. Thank you, Eric. That solves all my problems.
Would that work for the purposes of this conversation?
Is it Nickelodeon?
I don't know. They're just walking. There's a lot more fart jokes. Eddie Murphy is trying his best to keep this movie entertaining.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of like backstory and whatnot. We also get one of the fucking just dumbest things. It's sort of like from afar, they're camping. There's like a little fire going. The sun rises. Shrek's trying to like put out the fire. He burns his foot. And then the donkey facing the camera raises his leg up and urinates all over this fire, dude.
yeah.
I was expecting some fucking like little blurred pixels to come up.
Whoa, donkey piss. That's another star. All right. That's I just to write some reviews.
I'm gonna have to have like 3,000 words on this movie.
But donkey must have a shape of water penis if this is true, because it's not there otherwise.
Wait,
yeah, okay,
yeah, no, it
the
goes up
shape
inside him.
Right, and then it spreads out like a vagina, and
Yes,
then
and
the
then it-
dick comes out of it,
Yeah.
and then it goes into the. I almost said victim, but person.
Or donkey, hopefully. I
Yeah,
mean, Christ
That
on the
doesn't
cross.
happen. Are you kidding me?
Donkeys fuck donkeys, I hear.
Not in these movies,
Yeah,
my
that's
friend.
true.
Donkeys fuck dragons and people.
Yes, that's it.
I'm here to do two things: fuck dragons and fuck people.
Yeah,
And I'm all out of people.
Yeah, so we kind of get to the castle here.
Well, this screenplay, I'm sorry, but this screenplay, it's like beat for beat disgusting because like this donkey uses his huge donkey dick to piss out this fire. And then seconds later, like no more than a minute, he's complaining to Shrek about how he's tired of walking behind him because Shrek just fucking farted in his mouth.
Yep.
In his mouth.
Yeah,
he farted
dude.
in my mouth as a complaint in this movie.
It's got shit play, a nod to the Tijuana fans. It's got everything.
And like little Sally in the motion picture theater itself is like Daddy, I didn't know you could fart into people's mouths. Yeah, enjoy that car ride home.
Oh, daughter of mine, only when it's donkeys.
And then gangbang guys in the back like, yeah, grow up.
This is a breath of fresh air. I mean, I was like, maybe there'll be a cloud shaped like a dick.
Wake up, babies.
But it's all over it. It's all dicks and asses and farts and fucking filth sex.
And
I've been collecting that Little Mermaid box with the dick on it. I got like a bunch of them in my house.
Dude, speaking of Shape of Water, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking a fish, right?
yeah. She's
She's
fish
got a
lady.
fish bottom.
she does have a fish bottom.
Right.
She loses it at the time of the intercourse.
Fish
though.
bottom girls.
They make the rockin' sea go round.
Arr. See, now you do a pirate movie about fucking fish.
Oh, I'm sure that exists because all these movies are so irreverent now. It's like, oh, we fucked a fish. Keep. How irreverent is that? Oh, here's a Ghostbuster reference. By the way, someone's fucking a fish. Bye.
But then when things get too horny, though, you dial it back with a classic Babe reference.
oh, right.
Because he's like, that'll do, donkey.
Yeah.
Just move on.
We get to this castle. It's busy. It's lava is everywhere. It's a spooky castle.
It's like a Bowser level.
Yeah.
It looks like garbage. It looks like pure trash.
Grabbage, is that a fairy tale creature?
No, wait a
Peter
second.
Grabbage.
I was under the impression that when grabbage is when Steve walks by a pile of garbage on the sidewalk and it's a bunch of old comic books and he goes, grabbage, and takes it all home.
Oh.
Also, for that joke, replace comic books with VHS tapes that are unlabeled. Same exact
I thought
thing.
it was just when Steve groped garbage for sexual pleasure.
Oh, he got some sweet grabbage.
That does happen. And let's not kink shame. Listen,
No. I'm sorry.
If
I
you like
apologize.
anything we're talking about on this episode,
Go wild.
Fish, donkeys, pit, whatever, man.
Consenting adults, whatever.
There you
If
go.
you like
Those are the
Lois
magic
Griffin
words.
getting it,
Well, I don't know.
if you're that guy, I don't want to king shame the guy that jerks off to Lois Griffin.
oh,
Heaven
boy.
Lois
forbid.
I
Griffin
can't
with
believe-
Lois Griffin with all the avatars. Go wild.
Take that, Quagmire.
I can't believe the first time I have to write into your podcast is to ask you to stop making fun of us garbage grabbers out there.
Oh, I'd watch that documentary.
Oh, yeah. you listen
trash
to that English TV?
Trash Humpers was our swan song, brother.
This
saw- I
is
s-
Byron. He lives in Leeds. He grabs garbage for sexual pleasure.
It's just some kid.
with his 85-year-old lover.
Oh, shit. Age gap lover grabbers crossover?
Oh,
Fuck
my
yeah.
Granny Shagger.
That Granny Shagger's grabbing some garbage.
So there's a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sure. This
Yeah.
dragon,
They
by
split
the
up.
way,
They
looks
split up.
terrible.
Everything looks like garbage.
But
The-
this more so than
grabbage,
other
as I call
things.
it.
I mean, it was some real grabbage. Yes, Shrek and Donkey are like the good idea here in this haunted castle would be to split up. We'll do that. Donkey encounters this dragon. It looks bad. I feel like there were characters that got more attention than others. Let's just put it that way.
exactly.
And this thing just comes in looking straight out of Nintendo 64.
Is this when they stop the movie dead for no reason and then make it another movie? Oh no, that's those Hobbit movies. When you see the fucking dragon and it's like,
Oh.
I'll see you next time, movie.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
credits happen. It's like,
Man.
why are there 3 of these?
I saw the first one and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
yeah, you were.
I still have never gone back.
1 and 2, and I never saw.
What was the figure that they gave for this Amazon show? $600 million?
Some crazy number like that.
To make
600 million. Yeah, that's
This
sounds about right.
Tolkien TV
Yeah,
show?
The
If you-
prequel series. Yeah.
I gotta say, if anyone from Amazon is listening today, if you need a couple Shreks in there, listen, we look like Shrek.
He looked like
He
Shrek.
looks like
He
Shrek.
looked like Shrek.
So please, I could use the cheddar.
So they split up. Donkey encounters the dragon, and yeah, the dragon looks like pure trash.
And it's, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't think I've encountered all cinematic dragons. But as far as I know, my experience of watching movies, this is indeed the horniest dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
First
pretty
one with
horny-
lipstick too.
Yeah, the
That I'm
lipstick's a
pretty
bit-
sure.
Yeah,
It's
it,
too
Kind of looks
bad-
like Birdo.
it looks like
Oh,
bow.
Yeah.
It's too bad that Dragonheart never fucked.
Well, yeah.
That you know why? Because he is the last one.
All right.
that's right.
Give me a donkey to fuck.
Ooh, yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Dennis Quaid, find me a donkey. I'll fuck a donkey.
Why not? Oh, mercy. So Donkey is like getting the moves put on him by this horny dragon.
I remember
Meanwhile,
in Dragonheart when they turn into stars at the end, right?
oh yeah, well that's
I
what happens to
forgot
a dragon,
about
dude.
that.
That's lore.
Does that happen to donkeys?
They're-
What if they have enough dragon jizz in them? Does that count for anything?
I don't know, man.
It's a donkey's purpose. He keeps reincarnating.
so I'm gonna stop. So the donkey and the dragon kind of have a will they won't they now and that kind of doesn't come to much in this movie. Like he's disgusted and scared by her. He even says like he makes a joke like this is unwanted physical contact. I'm like that's not really a good joke for this movie.
It's kind of
it's
really weird,
Dude,
like
2001,
super weird.
it was open season on that shit. Come
Exactly.
on.
You had the pussy posse out there doing who knows what,
I do want to ask
allegedly.
our Shrek expert Chris
Sure.
Cabin.
Yeah.
who's seen-
Oh,
Right,
well
okay,
done.
yes, we should mention that
Who's
Chris
seen all these
Cabin
movies.
has been going fanatical. He saw the Shrek movie. He's like, I gotta complete the series.
He's got Shrek mania.
Well,
because
what are
I
you up to
wasn't
now?
I wasn't quite sure which one we should do.
Uh-huh.
This
Right.
was the obvious choice.
Sure.
But I watched the two and three. So I do. What is your question, Steve?
Do they fuck or what?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in the later movie.
Oh, big
Are they, like, really?
time.
They have
Is-
babies.
Is the donkey like smoking a cigarette? Like, wow,
No.
that was some crazy sex.
No, they like because the second one is
the dragon hands him a towel.
no, the second one they toned down the fucking quite a lot.
Oh, good.
They fuck
but-
through a towel, like orthodoxy.
Yes, like but a whole sheet all over the body.
Oh yeah, dude.
They keep
safe
burning
sex.
that towel though.
But a stinger in Shrek 2 is Donkey's all alone. Puss in Boots is making fun of him for being alone.
Sure.
And then the dragon comes back with a litter of half dragon, half
Oh,
donkey. And it's like, I mean, it's the Brood. I mean, it's as bad. It's just as bad. Anybody who argues is wrong.
Well, is it a thing when you say half dragon, half donkey? Is it one
Yeah.
of those like Lady and the Tramp things where half of them look like the father, or are they like literally?
No, they're melding.
Oh,
They're
oh,
like
oh.
they're
They're
like little,
Cronenberg nightmare.
they're like little donkeys with wings,
Oh.
like with dragon wings.
Wait, I
Yeah.
thought donkeys couldn't reproduce. Is that mules I'm thinking of? Maybe.
I think you're thinking of
Probably
a
because this
mule.
donkey definitely fucks.
and he is potent. He's potent enough to fucking
a
impregnate a
litter.
dragon.
This is kind of crazy. Like honestly, like I could go to jail for making two different species sex, right?
Yes.
But then they do it in a kids movie.
Oh,
huh?
they'll happily do it in it, and they become like the cute characters in the third one and the fourth.
Oh,
Ew.
pivotal characters, man.
big deal.
Ugh,
Like the Minions,
That's
Oh.
that's
Oh yeah.
I never saw those movies. What are those guys?
but they definitely show their ass.
they're like little yellow guys that do things.
Yeah.
Huh?
yeah. They're
Oh,
like
the
little-
minions. Yeah, I'll tell
They
you
fuck-
what.
little butt plugs with glasses.
They
Yeah.
fuck, man. They
Yeah,
fuck?
probably.
well, they definitely have butts.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that-
have some
quite a lot of
supple
butt.
I have
butt
little
cheeks.
nephews. I've seen
Push
those
it for the
movies a
cushion,
lot.
my friend. Huh?
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't
so-
gone to the third one
okay.
yet.
I
So
haven't
our
s- I-
minions, we have a minion expert. I'm sorry. Stop the podcast. Steven Sadak, how much fucking is in those movies?
No, not much. I mean, they are like kind of sexually ambiguous, like whether or
They're
not they're
timeless beings.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yes,
Really?
they are. Yeah,
because
they're,
that
from
min-
time immemorial there
Exactly.
have been minions. It is I, Max von Sydow.
I don't think Max von Sydow got a paycheck for the Minions movie, but that Minions movie is very much like Minions through the ages
Sure.
kind of a thing.
Now, are they like immortals or are they breeding?
No, they're like, I think it might be a thing where they just kind of like split in half.
Like a
Whoa.
Gremlins thing.
Oh, like you
Yeah.
internally fuck yourself. That's awesome.
Asexual
Asexuality.
reproduction,
dude,
maybe.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
I'm getting there.
No,
I guess.
but like not us specifically, but humanity.
Oh, no, I'm gonna get there.
We're gonna evolve back to the amoeba.
I will go on record as saying I liked that Minions movie.
What?
I thought it
I
was
didn't
kind of
get
like
to
a nice little offbeat comedy. I saw the first Despicable Me
God.
movie and thought it was kind of like whatever.
Well, I'll give that the Minions are like the Looney Tune cartoons.
That's what it
Like,
is. It's a
that's-
feature-length Looney Tunes movie, more or less.
That's why they're the best parts of the Despicable Me movies, is because they are essentially Looney Tunes.
Yeah, so I don't think that movie's like groundbreaking, but as far as like in the
you just
universe
said
of
it was,
us,
you just said it was one of the
but-
best films you've ever seen.
But Shrek was groundbreaking.
It was.
because not only for the animation, because this was like
But because I'm so heavy.
also
broke
that,
the ground.
but also did like crazy business. I
mean,
like even more than I think this
600
was the
million.
big
I
one.
do
where
crazy business, donkey.
So the donkey is gonna have sex with the dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
Shrek runs into Fiona. Shrek puts on a helmet to cover himself
Whole suit of armor he does.
because he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight a dragon," and like it's clearly a fucking ogre. It's either an ogre or it's James Gandolfini under there. Like, come on, let's.
His skin is green, so it would be James Gandolfini after the death. But yeah.
But she's like, "Oh my god, it's my knight in shining armor."
Right.
And there's this whole gag about like, she's like, "Oh, you're supposed to do this because I've been planning this day forever." And he's like, "Come on, lady, let's go." So they leave. The donkey gives the dragon a slip or whatever. Oh, that they like chain there's like a dragon business thing. They chain the dragon to the castle.
Yeah,
And
so
the dragon's like, "Brr."
Yeah, it gets like left behind. They cross this bridge or whatever.
Some of those.
It gets to eat Shrek's asshole first, though.
Speaking of Boffo,
that's right.
oh, that's right.
Well, yes, explore this.
So the in the scuffle, the donkey, or is
Yeah.
it the dragons? The donkey.
The dragon has the donkey in its tail, essentially.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the donkey gets the slip, and Shrek tumbles.
Yep.
Butt up, and it's implied that the shorts fell down. And the dragon goes directly in.
Oh,
Yeah.
it goes way in, and
Yeah,
and
Shrek-
Shrek is like, "Whoa!"
Whoa, it goes inside of him?
I think there's some. Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens, right? It's like Shrek goes ass over tits, and the dragon is already on the way in for the kill
Right.
with Donkey, right? And then it's like Shrek's fucking supple cheeks are replaced by it,
Yeah.
and this dragon just gets a mouthful,
Just
like
starts
immediately.
eating that
it's
ass.
like a thunk, thunk.
But you see, even Shrek go like it's like the dragon goes, and then he reacts.
It's a cold thermometer.
It
joke.
is, yes, exactly, exactly. Like, whoa!
How's my prostate?
While you're in there, I got cancer.
Any ogre over 25 needs to get the colonoscopy.
Meanwhile, Dan, the audience, is like,
Exactly.
Better do that.
just like
Nope.
just like when my dragon doctor does it.
That would be crazy, dude, if like this movie woke up some like 50-year-old dude that was like, "Oh my god, I better get to the doctor." Thank you, Shrek. You saved my life.
That dragon is doing the Lord's work.
That's right. Ready for your Shrek branded colonoscopy.
Oh god.
It's the green cameras going in there.
That's the thing, dude. Once you have your own personal brand toothpaste,
Yep.
colonoscopy personal branding is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
The Shrek green garden hose for your arse.
So the dragon gets incapacitated. They leave. They're on the road. Shrek reveals himself to be an ogre, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're an ogre. That's not fun."
Right.
And and this is
She's
Cameron.
also
We get it.
upset that there was no romance in the rescue.
Yes.
Right. The knight in shining armor, Destiny.
She was waiting for the cliches.
I think Cameron Diaz is pretty good in this too. Actually,
I
She's-
like Cameron Diaz.
period. Yeah,
As
oh,
a-
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Comedic actor. She's a great comedic presence. She does these jokes pretty well.
She's totally fine in this. I'm fine. She's like serviceable in this movie. She just looks like a sim.
The 3 jokes they give her, yeah.
The animation on her is a bit weird. There's a lot of shapes to this lady.
Yeah.
She's a busty princess for no good reason.
Well, there's a reason.
Well, yeah, but there doesn't
not
need to
good.
be. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they got everything in this movie.
the dads in the audience and that dude
Seriously.
writing for
Exactly.
Gangbang Monthly.
And also all like
I am not no dad.
Well,
and they're also think about all the young teenage boys in the audience that are future dads and Gangbang Monthly writers and
Subscribers.
subscribers. Yeah.
Right.
future writers.
No, seriously.
All my
like,
future writers out there.
Think about everyone that watched Shrek and then went home to watch pornography.
Yeah.
It's this huge Venn diagram that it's a one pie.
Wait, so they saw Shrek and then they were like, boy, I have to go home and look at pornography.
Yeah.
Or was it all right, I'll go see Shrek and then when I get home, sneak off and look at some pornography.
Purple Circle, man.
Yeah, Purple Circle.
Both, all of them.
Oh, you got in my purple circle, dragon. Get out of there.
Do you want the ogre to fuck her?
So it's just
Yes.
Fascinating.
they kind of go on the road now, and this is kind of what the movie is going to be. You realize there's 40 minutes left of this movie.
I
somehow.
forgot. I have a note here that says Shrek nut trauma when they're battling the dragon. He also fucking hits a dong pretty hard on the banister.
Oh, that's
when he's
right.
like escaping the dragon, he fucking hits his dick so hard, and then he flips over, and that's when his asshole gets licked.
That's after, Eric.
Is it after?
Yeah, that's right after.
Okay, so then put it. Where's it in the movie, Chris?
It's
Time code or bust.
Yeah, it's MrShrek.com.
I told you there was sidecock.
It's somewhere in there. I think it's before the bridge.
Oh, no, it's the
definitely-
gangbang guys. Like, oh man, $1 billion idea, Mr. Shrek.
No, it's definitely post Mud Pie. Don't worry about that.
So they go on the road. They run afoul of a French Robin Hood. For
What
no
the fuck
Why
is
the
that?
fuck would you do that?
Robin Hood also not a fairy tale character. Like I mean, yes, he didn't
that
exist.
dude was real.
No, I mean he didn't exist in any real way, or
Well,
composite.
maybe.
But it's like it. There's a difference.
It's like Sherlock Holmes.
Exactly.
He's more. I think he's more recent than King Arthur, though, right? So there's
Who,
more.
Robin
Think
Hood?
so?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
sounds
because King
right.
Arthur was like the Dark Ages practically, right? So, and this guy was like co-current to Richard the Lionheart, babe.
Speaking of that, Eric will be the only one who gets this, but Farquaad is setting himself up for a Sean Connery First Night-esque cucking here.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, right. Because
the hero is going to get the
champion, too,
Yes,
the guy who-
champion. It's always
Man,
the champion.
remember when-
All
Richard
right,
Gere-
my wife, go with Richard Gere. Yeah, I know I'm bald and old. Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. He defeated that weird gauntlet machine that Sean Connery built in his fucking pristine castle. That
That's
movie
right.
is too clean.
Again, hard to be a god.
Yes, thank
Yep.
you.
So it's a French Robin Hood played by Vincent Cassel of all people. Who would have guessed?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
And like we just stopped the movie dead for a fucking a B-side from Robin Hood.
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. And it's, he's French, and then we get a
Why?
Matrix joke.
Holy shit.
A very long Matrix joke.
I almost fell off the couch. I couldn't even fucking believe it.
And second of the fucking jokes I was talking about earlier with the song, because he says,
Oh, right.
I like saucy girls a lot because I like to get, and they say paid, but it's clearly supposed to be laid.
Oh, yeah, because
Robin Hood loves to fuck.
it's a thing where like he's about to say laid, and then like the chorus of Merry Men like cuts him off and
Yes.
says paid instead.
Yeah, the hood is for his foreskin. That's what they're talking about. with
And that
one.
fucking dad is back in that theater, like,
uncut. All right.
I'm getting horny.
Hey, brother, you got to do something about that. I got a couple magazines for you.
Going home.
And then
I'm going to look at porno when I get home.
that was a musical scene, and then there's so many other scenes of just listening to popular music of the time.
Totally.
Walking around to the eels
I
for
think-
some reason.
Also-
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, mutilating animals too. When
Yes,
they,
thank
like,
you.
Oh,
they-
right.
She fucking like takes a snake and blows it up like it's a balloon, and
Yep.
it's just like
And then like ties it into a balloon animal dog and gives
Yeah.
it to Shrek, like, here you go.
The eels, if you want to get high in your bathtub and or have something to have in your fucking cartoon movie.
mhm, I think I'll
I-
choose option number one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I love this band, and I forgot that this tune was in the movie.
My
And-
favorite monster.
Yeah, from their first album,
Which
and
is
I was
about
like,
addiction, right?
yeah,
Yes.
and I was like, oh, well, this movie's obnoxious now, but I really love this band. I'll stick out this 45 seconds.
No fast forwarding for me, I guess.
So on their first, they're very close to the camp or very close to the place there, and they're like, oh, let's move on. She's like, no, oh my god, it's almost nighttime.
Right.
Let's set up camp. She goes inside a Jesus-esque tomb with a
Yep.
rock.
Complete with a rock door, dude.
Yeah.
A rolling rock door.
and Jesus whistling hands Christ.
There's a skeleton in there.
Oh fuck, he's not risen.
What are the odds we booked the same cave?
And outside,
You're gonna see some weeping ladies. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Let them weep.
they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Hey,
What were you saying,
I
Kevin?
can't get this door open. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that's just death.
It's getting hard to breathe in here.
Oh my God.
We took this joke too fucking far. I knew it.
No, it's Jesus. He's stuck behind the boulder, and then he has like a Remember When episode, a clip show episode of all the other adventures he's had.
Well done.
Well, I guess I'm stuck in here. Well, hey, God, remember when I made those loaves into fucking mini loaves and all them fish?
Oh wait, that's just my life flashing before my eyes.
Oh, I'm dead again.
Dead and loving it.
Cabin, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Outside of the Jesus cave.
Yes.
Shrek and Donkey are having a heart-to-heart, but
Big time.
But this is, I'm sorry, just pretense to the following scene, which is you can argue all the other shit. This one is just awful.
The Farquaad evening entertainment.
We pan to Farquaad in bed
with his shirt off,
with
yeah,
zebra
dude.
print fucking blankets like fucking Alfred Molina and Boogie Nights.
Oh yeah, dude.
And a dead
The
baby.
gingerbread man is throwing fireworks in the background.
Wait, did you just say a dead baby?
The dead baby bear on his fucking floor.
Nice.
That's right, it's a rug.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
And he's got the poor fucking magic mirror who has a personality, is a character.
Kind of sounds like Carson Daly
a little bit.
or Ryan Seacrest, whoever.
And he is showing him a picture of Fiona looking at the thing. And he's like, "Oh, magic mirror, show her again."
Yeah, oh yeah. He's
And then he lifts up
Yep.
the fucking covers, looks at his dick in preparation for jagging off
It's pretty weird.
in front of the fucking magic mirror, who is like a character.
No, you watch it, mirror. You watch me do it.
Please put me into sleep mode.
No, you will not go to sleep. Watch it.
I'd
You
love
watch
to
it.
go to sleep.
He also he put all these people in a concentration camp, and he also
Yes.
stole their art.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like some other little dictator I know about. And yeah, I mean, like, why the jerk off joke? It's
Why?
very clearly a jerk off.
Yeah,
That dad, dude. That dad.
dude.
Again.
No, the kids, man. I'm telling you, man. Everyone was fucking jerking it in 2001.
It was a good year for jerking
Yeah,
off.
You had the
Listen,
Jingo jeans. You had the
you
last
thought-
vestige of
But
Jingo
that's
jeans.
exactly.
You could hide a boner in
Your
them.
friends aren't going to war yet. You know what I mean? Like you're the sky's the limit until September.
That's the thing, though. I actually think this isn't subtle, but it's actually too subtle for dumb kids who are just looking for like
Yeah.
American Pie wasn't subtle about its jerking off jokes.
Sure.
This is a little bit more. This is for the dads, I think.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
So
The dad's remembering when they were jerking off his kids.
Wow, so this, by the way, was May 18th, 2001.
Yeah.
So there were just months left of Shrekly innocence.
Exactly. It was that golden summer, dude.
well, the election had already been stolen.
That's true.
That's
true. Oh man, I remember that, man. I was just all Shrek and dangling Chads. I'm not talking about a guy named Chad.
I am actually shocked that there's no dangling Chad joke in this movie.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Chad,
squeak it in, squeak
I'm
it in.
sure it's no, Chris. Is it in number 2 or 3? Because this shit loves to do old jokes.
That's
that make no
true.
sense.
They actually like
So maybe part
avoid
four-
politics mostly
Okay,
altogether.
So maybe dangling Chad jokes in number 4 that came out in 2010.
That sounds like more of a Madagascar thing.
Chad's dangling and he don't even know it.
So
Wouldn't be out of place.
the second night, there's a they kind of go on. Fiona and Shrek are getting more cozy with each other.
Yeah,
they-
dude.
They very much like each other. There's romance blossoming.
Horn dogging.
And Fiona goes to sleep in a windmill. And she again very quickly closes the door. We don't know what's going on back there. And Donkey comes in, and she turned into an ogre in the night. You guys.
Yeah, dude. Once the sun goes down, that's her curse. She turns into an ogre.
That's me puking. No, I'm kidding.
And I mean, I think that this movie is supposed to be about body images, about like,
Mm.
I mean, sort of self-image,
Yeah.
and like, oh, it's like it's okay to be like, because I do
no,
think
it's not. Because they tell you look like Shrek.
exactly.
Because all this movie's doing is giving ammo for bullies. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point.
They're not taking away like a message of understanding. They're like, oh yeah, you look like fucking Shrek.
exactly.
Look at that guy. He looks like fucking Shrek, and she looks like fucking Shrekrina, or whatever that lady's name was.
Karina.
I didn't watch that movie, but my sister did, and it sucked. but she looks like Shrekrina. Hey, Shrekrina, let's throw rocks at her.
Exactly.
I mean, like that's the thing is that,
Thank you, brother. Throw the rock under the bus.
And I mean, if we're making body image stuff, you know what? You know who's much maligned throughout this whole movie? Short men. And as a short man, I'm offended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a Shrek man, I'm offended too.
Like there's 5 of the like 8 jokes that are in this movie are short jokes.
Yes, so many short jokes.
And this is stupid. They explain. So it turns out in the second one, Fiona's father is a fucking frog.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's right. I remember that.
He's a frog. That's why that's what I assume. Like all this nonsense.
So
was
frog
about.
Is she the heir to the Toadstool Kingdom?
And it's also inferred that so he fucked
a lady,
the queen.
Hold on a second.
A human woman?
A tadpole went up a human woman.
I don't know.
That's what you're telling me right now.
I can't
The new
date
film from Guillermo del Toro.
Shrek 2.
So wait,
He could have done it.
Shut up. Now, does a frog? Does he turn into a man and then he fucks?
Here, I'll give
or
you
does
this.
he have a frog dick? And is that like what we talked about before?
John Cleese the King
Yes.
goes to a bar and he's looking for Puss in Boots.
Right.
And he,
He's looking at Puss in Knockin' Boots.
which by the way, Puss in Boots, this is from John Oliver. There is a Humpty Dumpty getting raped in prison joke.
What?
Oh, yes, I do.
100%.
Wow, Chris Cabin, you're having it all come
Hold
back
on
to
a
me,
second.
man.
He's a Shrek expert. You know what I mean? Like, you want to say contrarian film critic, this and that. No. This gentleman here is a Shrek expert.
Right, exactly. He deserves our
I'm
respect.
gonna have to put that on my CV from now on.
I can't wait to read his 6,000 words on one of those Shrek Halloween specials.
Jesus.
So Shrek 2,
Yes.
Humpty Dumpty is imprisoned.
That's Puss.
And
That's the
wait.
spin-off Puss in Boots movie.
Okay, so in Puss in Boots, Humpty Dumpty is imprisoned.
Makes a reference that if he goes to prison, he's going to get raped.
They're sticking his yoke.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But back to Shrek 2.
Right.
When John Cleese King is in the bar, a fucking frog with lipstick says, "Do I know you?"
Oh, yeah.
And then later he says he was fucking. This frog was fucking all over the land.
Wait, so all a Shrek-looking ogre is a cross between a person and a frog?
No, because I think he fucked.
There's other magic
involved.
involved.
there's a fairy
They
godmother
said
with the
she was
absolutely fabulous
Cursed
lady.
by a witch. She's
Right.
cursed by a
Yes.
witch.
Oh,
Right.
Jennifer Saunders is in it,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
right, okay. Yes, I'm remembering this movie. Also, the end of this movie is the
Shrek 2?
the gingerbread man is like gigantic and they're playing I Need a Hero and he's like smashing through the fucking
They make a big gingerbread man called Mongo.
Okay.
Rather watch the Ginger Dead Man.
Yes,
Oh,
much
no,
better
no.
movie.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You say that, but then you're sitting there watching Ginger Dead Man and you're like, I should rethink my life.
people are like, hey man, you want to watch Evil Bong? No, I'd rather be dead.
Yeah.
I'd rather you fucking put me in the
Oh
ground.
Exactly.
man, but like, what if like you took a bong hit and it went like bad?
Yeah.
Pretty fucked
Pitch
up.
meeting
huh?
over.
Pitch meeting.
So she has a heart to heart with a donkey. She kind of tells him the whole thing. It's like I was cursed by a witch, and he's like, "You got to tell Shrek." He's like, "Dude, what are you crazy? You're an ogre. He's an ogre. You guys are made for each other. You guys
Right.
like each other anyway." And she's like, "No." And it's okay. She's like, "Who would love a
Right.
disgusting creature like myself? A disgusting creature." And
Right, and he overhears this. Shrek
Right.
overhears it.
Shrek is
It's about
conveniently
him.
like sitcom over here.
She says like ugly and princess don't mix.
Yeah.
She's talking about herself, Shrek.
Oh man, it's
But Shrek don't know it.
classic
Shrek don't know it.
misunderstanding, man.
Hashtag Shrek don't know it.
and
yeah.
on all your to Eric's point, all you're doing is all the little mean girls that are like the 4th grade mean girls. Like, you know who looks like Shrek, Fiona as Shrek? Bettina.
Yep.
Bettina's ugly.
Yep.
Hey, Bettina, why don't you go marry Shrek? And she's
Exactly.
like, no, and her life is fucking ruined.
I guarantee
right into
you.
the mailbag if your life has been ruined by Shrek. I
all-
guarantee you'll get
Yeah.
12,000 letters.
I shared my story. Share yours.
well, we're all gonna heal tonight, my
Exactly.
friends.
It's a Shrek support group. We all hate movies at gmail.com.
Oh, Shreport.
I'm listening.
So, we have a sitcom falling out because he only hears the part where he thinks that she thinks she's disgusting.
Yes, and this is Shrek. This is the true colors of Shrek.
Oh yeah,
this is beyond the green, man. This is the mean. Because Shrek overhears this, has no context for what he's listening to, and immediately turns around and he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crawl through the night, and I'm going to go to that fucking genocidal madman and tell him the locations of this woman that he wants to fucking
He basically
kidnap.
swats her, man.
Yeah. He totally does.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Lord Farquaad, there's a princess and a donkey. They're inside. They're playing PS4, but I think somebody's got a gun. And he immediately runs with all his fucking army to like kidnap her, basically. Yes. And one of the most horrifying images in the film comes when Farquaad like comes up on his horse and whatever, and he goes to get off, and some like dungeon master executioner dude has to lift him off the horse, and it's like his tiny legs come out of like the suit of armor legs that are just there. It's disgusting. It's like fucking little person Iron Man. It's so weird.
So and actually at this point Fiona's has realized she has to tell Shrek, but by the time she tells Shrek it's morning, she turns back to normal, and they're basically like, oh, it's the end of the second act of Act 2 of Popcorn, so we're all gonna break up.
Cue Hallelujah.
Oh. Dude, what the fuck? And you want to talk about a ruined song? That song was ruined by Watchmen. I hear that song, I think of people fucking inside of a floating owl. All right, you know what I mean? Like that's all that can happen.
I wiped that one out.
And this is
you
John.
Rubbed what?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude! Do not talk about that on the air.
To it, no.
Yes, no.
I had Eternal Sunshine. I can't. That I don't even want to think. But like,
and this is John Cale singing about the John
it's
Cale version.
The most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
And it's all this like, oh, we're missing each other, we're lonely, we're doing like the Citizen Kane sitting at the long table alone.
Because he also tells Donkey to go fuck himself, which is like, great guy, Shrek.
Exactly. Now you have no one again.
And here's the thing: the impetus of the movie, which is overplayed in when you think about it, is the fairy tale characters. And like he's like, so Farquaad, you got rid of those fairy tale characters, right? And he's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And where did they go?
Up
dude.
in smoke.
Yeah, dude, a fucking bonfire. Roasting these little critters, man. That's what it was. Crispy critters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have to get them out of this ogre's lair. What kind of a solution can I come to? Ooh, a final one.
Dude, they just fucking napalm Shrek's little village and then like built his hut back up over the incinerated corpses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Shrek don't even know it.
Because it's a bog anyway. You can't smell
Yeah, dude,
anything.
he's sleeping in a cemetery. He don't even know it.
Is he attacked by ghosts in the sequels, Chris?
Oh, that's
I don't believe
It's
so.
like an Indian burial ground.
I don't believe so.
The house like eats itself until it disappears, like Poltergeist
See
2.
when Shrek is shaving.
He is shaving in the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, with his own feces as the lather.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
All right. I believed it. I believed it.
Totally plausible.
So he
It
goes
was
back.
actually boogers.
He goes back to his swamp. Fiona's about to get married to the king and to Farquaad, and she's like, we have to do it before nightfall. Like that's the gag because she's like, so afraid of.
She's trying to get this legalized before.
And the curse will be broken when she kisses her first true love, which is the thing. The donkey comes up to Shrek. He's like, "You're a fucking asshole, man. What's your problem?"
Big telling off scene here from Donkey.
After Shrek has a big monster dump because he comes out of that that outhouse like, woo, woo.
He's been eating spider webs and fucking bees.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I can't even imagine.
No,
that poor outhouse. Just set it on fire.
That fairy tale book is gone.
Donkey, you're gonna have to come back. I've got to take a dirt shower real quick. It was one of those ones where you go so bad, you're like, you know what? I better shower now. It'll be easier.
I gotta shower off this shit. Oh yeah.
Then Hallelujah plays while he's in the shower.
The pretense to Leonard Cohen's letter to God.
Got to get these Alice boogers.
So they have a fight, and then it's like, all right, now that we're buds again, here's this dragon, and we're gonna fly in and fucking pull the third act of The Graduate on this wedding.
And they do. And the wedding is kind of nothing.
It's nothing, but man, I totally didn't remember this. Lithgow just gets fucking murdered in this movie.
Yeah. Well, it's like, first of all,
he gets Jurassic Park lawyered.
She turns into an ogre in the middle of the ceremony.
Right.
And Lithgow is disgusted. He
He actually calls for her imprisonment.
Yes, and Shrek to be executed.
Which is
nice.
Good move, man.
Yeah. Farquaad's got it on that one.
But when she turns into, actually, I'm sorry. And he's like, you should be executed. You should be imprisoned. And this is when the dragon eats him, right?
Just eats him alive. She burps and like the crown comes out, and I was like, oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah, I thought that he was in all these movies. I was like, and then John Lithgow's in all the
Prince
movies.
Charming.
I actually watched the entire end credits thinking there would be an end scene of him like waking up in a pile of shit.
That
Like
would be
the end of
kinda
Pacific Rim.
Yes, exactly.
Ron Perlman just fucking gets vomited out.
Is he in that new one or no?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's just Charlie Day and the guy and the,
Did you
the
see that?
skeleton-looking guy. No, I did not.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm Pacific Rim curious.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
Yes. me too.
I don't care. Look at it. That's what it's about. Fucking robots hitting each other.
It's about being terrible.
Exactly. No, don't you look stupid?
I guess I do.
You just got think pieced.
Shrek kisses her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like,
Hot.
this is love's first true kiss. And we very specifically, pointedly knock on Beauty and the Beast because she like raises in the air, yellow light comes out from all over things.
Totally. That clock turns back into a frog.
Mhm.
Man, they did those people dirty. They were his servants, and they get cursed because their boss is a dick.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
dude, you're assisting. You're helping the regime.
Exactly.
And at least he's a mammal. You know what I mean? Like the beast turns into a beast. He's still got a dick. He's still got an asshole. He can still shit. He can still eat. They turned into clocks and things.
That's a great question. When they were all turned back into people, what was the bathroom situation?
Oh, dude, the line was around the block.
Thank God it was a castle, man. Had more than one fucking toilet. Or I guess chamber pot.
Everyone's just taking showers afterwards. Cogsworth.
Well, the plates are like the cruelest because you have all this food just like put on you and you can never taste it.
And you don't even have a face. Like
Yeah.
at least the clock's got a face.
What if like the top of the plate was just one big tongue? Maybe
Well,
you could
okay.
you know what I mean?
In that
Maybe you do
situation,
have
in that
senses.
David Cronenberg situation, yes.
The only one who was appropriate was the Ottoman because that dude was into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was also a dog.
Oh, it was a dog. I thought it was a guy. It was
Was
like,
it a
put your
dog?
feet on my back.
No, it was a dog.
There's a dog who had a foot fetish.
Well, in this movie, a dog could be a person. Look at the fucking donkey.
That's true.
So she doesn't turn into anything actually,
No,
but
right.
she's now an ogre for real. And she's like, oh, I thought I'd be beautiful. And Shrek says, you are to me. Or whatever the
You
line
are
is.
beautiful.
Which is, again, it's nice, but it's also a curse.
But
like,
everybody's
you know what I mean? Like,
getting called Shrek, man.
yes, exactly.
Doesn't matter. The
Does not
niceness
matter.
does not matter.
And there's no way to win with this, right? Because if you then just made them both look like people, which I think in one of those Shrek movies, he turns into a person for a little
he
bit.
does at the
That's-
end of
that's
in the
terrifying.
end of the second one. He turns into a person.
Does he immediately look at his dick?
There is immediately 3 women want to fuck him.
Of course.
Yeah, because he's like this
immediately.
barrel
Well, this-
chested.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
he doesn't turn into a big fat guy?
No.
Oh, I see.
Really?
But that's
No.
the thing, though. You can't
Like a
have
Spencer Tracy type more.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
like an old
yeah,
boxer.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Like that guy
dude.
could have been like a third supporting character actor on like a Twilight Zone episode,
Oh,
like
okay.
the third astronaut who dies first.
Exactly.
But oh man, where was I going with that? Oh no, so you lose either way, right? Because either kids are getting made fun of, or you're getting shit as the people who animated the movie. Like, oh yeah, fine. Now they got to look like models. It's fucking Barbie and Ken. Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean,
it's
just-
lose-lose.
but it's not a great message. It doesn't fit. Like you're trying to fit it in this fart joke movie and it does not fit.
Not a lot of things can fit into a fart joke movie aside from fart jokes themselves.
Yes, exactly. And Smash Mouth.
Well, and also the whole thing, the whole end where this is supposed to settle in, that message is supposed to settle in, is rushed to shit.
Yes.
The third act is like 10 minutes.
Exactly. Like
Thankfully, this movie's a blissful 90 minutes.
90
because it
minutes.
should
That's
be
nice.
Fiona's movie, but it's not because we love the donkey so much. You know what I
We
mean?
love
She's
the donkey.
and
We're
Scottish
selling
a character
accents.
that has any kind of arc to her.
We're selling the stuffed animals, right? You can't
Yes.
have a Fiona stuffed animal unless it's her as the
Yeah.
ogre. right? So like that all doesn't matter as much.
And also, why isn't she Incredible Hulking when she turns into Shrek? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't like?
Oh wait. Oh, so ogres have to be inherently violent to you? Okay.
No, I mean like like
right.
her dress conforms perfectly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so you want to see a naked Shrek?
Yes, I'm gonna go on the internet.
I want to see a naked Shrek woman.
I'm an artist.
No, I'm just saying the
No, it's a good
physics don't
point.
make a ton
It's
of
a good
sense.
point.
Right.
Fiona with Thanos. And I mean,
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
and green make me scream.
Oh, do you think that's gonna happen in Infinity War? It's like you start off and it's like
She-Hulk.
no, you start off and it's like it's a book talking about from time immemorial there was Infinity Gems and Thanos was the one to find them, and then Thanos tears a page and it goes, "Somebody once told me."
It's purple Bruce Willis kicking open an outhouse door
in space, absolutely.
I
space
love
outhouse.
this. I love this.
He's taking a space shower with stars all over him or something.
Oh, I was at the ass end of the moon. Holy shit.
So the spell's broken, and fucking cue Smash Mouth.
Cue Macarena.
So yes, the
That
fucking
too.
Macarena. Oh my god.
There's
I must have
also
blinked and
the,
missed the Macarena. What happens with the Macarena here?
They do the whole dance at the wedding.
Oh, I see. I
Right.
just tuned out when that wedding started.
I was tuning out too. So quick question, is Fiona now forever Shrek? Or
yes.
Yeah, she's an ogre.
she's not a person at all.
But she also changes back in the second one.
Okay. Why?
She
So
drinks a
wait.
potion.
They break the curse and then she becomes an ogre.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be just going full curse?
Well, that's my thought too. Is
Was
like,
she always an ogre?
the
she-
movie doesn't tell you. The movie kind of plays with your emotions there. I thought that she was a human woman
That turned into an
was
ogre.
cursed to be an ogre at night, and then she.
Which is,
you know-
by the way, when you're sleeping, it's the best time to be an ogre.
Absolutely.
She goes to bed early every night. Early riser.
Well,
But I mean,
like from what I can gather, the fairy godmother did a favor for the father to make it not a full curse.
oh, okay.
And then when that happened, all bets are off. And
You
she now
got
is
witches doing favors in this shit?
Yes,
man?
yes.
It's like the mafia.
Oh, see, the mafia should be in this movie.
And by the way, we cut to their wedding and we're doing the Macarena, whatever, and all the fairy tale creatures are back because I guess, that dude is dead and everything's cool now.
Yeah, they got let out
Of wherever they were. But,
in a pen somewhere with fucking Magneto.
But there's got to be some sort of
They're playing chess.
there's got to be some sort of memorial tree for the fallen. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Not
right.
everybody made it out of that camp.
Well, that second movie, you do get quite the battle, so I
They
feel like
hate
that
us,
should
Charles. You know they hate us, Charles.
We're the future, Charles, not them.
be not those knights.
It'll be a world of fairy tale creatures.
No,
I think that's how the third movie should open, though. It's like everybody who died in that siege at the end of the second one.
Yeah.
You get a little war memorial.
He goes up to Rapunzel. Oh, I love what you've done with your hair.
Exactly.
What a bitch. What a catty bitch Magneto is. I love it.
And yeah,
That's the movie.
Smash Mouth starts playing I'm a Believer, but it cuts into Eddie Murphy singing I'm a Believer, which is a better version because anything's better than Smash Mouth,
Yes.
as we all know.
Correct.
That's the title of my first book. Cultural essays and
And you think this is bad,
gangbang
but then
pornography. Sorry.
Dude, that is a grade A title. Cultural essays and gangbang pornography.
Everything's better than Smash Mouth. That's it. Yeah, that's something.
from Dr. Steven Sadak.
Mhm.
No, you think this is bad, but then I don't know if you cleaning the theater had to listen to these. I remember having to listen.
Oh yeah,
all
you got
this
these
trash
tunes in your head. You are listening to these songs 4 or 5 times a day,
Ugh.
and then if your theater if the theater had the movie on 2 screens, it's 8 times
Yes.
listening to the last 3 minutes of a
and
movie.
it's always songs that the music label that the movie studio also has.
Yep.
Their new star or something has this piece of shit song that you
Yeah.
have to listen to ad nauseum.
And the radio was rotten with it too back then. And
Oh,
yeah.
for younger listeners, that's what we called Spotify.
I remember cleaning the theaters to the first Scary Movie, and they had that fucking Bloodhound Gang song, "Great White Hope" or "Great White
Oh,
Hype," whatever that
Jesus,
song is,
yeah.
and you just had to listen to it. You're sweeping up popcorn was this the right move? Should I have applied for this job?
I didn't know there would be quite so much Bloodhound.
I would take them 100 times over this garbage.
Oh, I would listen to the Bloodhound Gang over Smash Mouth any day of the week.
Yeah.
But it all sucks.
It's all terrible. They had some funny songs. They probably don't hold up though.
No.
That's the end of this movie. Thank God. 3 more of them and several television specials followed.
We might be returning to this area.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
who knows? Who could know?
We'll see.
In fact,
There's a remake
we
coming.
might be returning next week. No, I'm kidding, everyone.
No, thank God.
But at least for this week, would anybody recommend this movie?
I would not. It doesn't hold up, and I do think that the most important thing this movie ever did was ruin animated cinema for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Patient Zero, like Chris Cabin said.
With all this quote unquote irreverent shit, like animated movies can be funny. Like Monsters Inc. is funny. A lot of the and I'm not just some Disney guy. Like there are other stuff, but this is not it. And I just find this brand of humor distasteful, and it's just always at the expense of the movie. Like when you lay out the logic of the movie, it doesn't make any sense. So no.
Yeah, everything he said. Also, I mean, I actually just think it's a really not well told story. I think it's really clunky. I didn't feel like I was being put on a journey or that there was much of a world building going on.
But they're singing on the road again.
Oh, who cares? And like, also, he starts as a petty asshole. He ends as a petty asshole. He just made 2 friends. That's his big fucking thing. And like,
He also got laid, dude.
yeah. Also, this. But
I got it wet, Chris. What have you ever done?
I got both of them wet.
He was practicing on a log in the swamp for so long, like an old waterlogged log.
Leo has heard all these stories.
Yes.
So I would say absolutely no. Don't watch it. And like Steve said, like this made so much fucking money. So
Yeah.
every like shitty low budget animated film has to be this essentially now
Yeah.
because they're waiting for a hit like this to happen again,
Exactly.
and it won't.
I hated this movie in the theater in 2001. Like from right there, I was like clenching the fucking armrest. I hated this movie so much that no, I would not recommend it. And it is okay if you like it. You know, some people grew up on different things. and
Oh,
stuff.
sure.
Like, back in the day, I would say like, oh, DuckTales? Fuck, I love that more than my family. I would slit my family's throat gladly if Scrooge McDuck told me to do so. Yes.
You've got to do it, Eric.
Another Scotsman telling me what to do. But
Eric, say it with me though. Wake up, babies.
yeah,
it's shit.
Yes, it's shit. Like I've gone back to DuckTales. It is bad. It is capitalist propaganda of the highest order. It is trash, top to bottom. So evaluate your life and move forward. And I say that out of love and respect. But if you still like it after that, that's go with God, my friend.
Go see the better animated film from 2001, Monsters Inc. I don't even care if you've seen it 1,000 times.
Yep.
See it 1,001 more times.
You ever see that Monsters at University?
Yes, I wasn't crazy about it, but it's still fun.
It's
Pixar
fine.
sequels
Yeah.
are.
I missed it.
See,
It's okay.
the upcoming Incredible sequel not going to be very good. I bet.
Well, how do you know?
I'm just betting.
Brad Bird. I don't know.
I'm putting money on that.
I don't know. I'm excited for it, but I hadn't seen this in years, you know, and I kind of had that looking back like rose-colored glasses as I was about to watch it, and it hasn't aged well for me as someone who did like the first one when it came out. I did like this movie, and I kind of liked that second one, and then I guess like by the time that third one came out, I was like, I've kind of aged out of. I got all the mileage out of Shrek.
At that point, it was baby shit. I mean, it really was. Like you're in college. I mean, that by the time that
Did
one
it?
was
Wait.
out.
Did it have less sex jokes?
It does. It has much less.
Oh my God! Then yeah, baby.
But you get Timberlake.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
do, as Prince Charming. So that is Shrek from 2001, directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jenson. If you want more We Hate Movies, check out WHMPodcast.com or find us over on the HeadGum Network.
If you want more us talking about animated movies, you should come out to the New York City Podfest on Sunday.
There it is.
On Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m.
Yeah, Sunday, April 8th, 2018.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, you missed it. And that fucking sucks for you, man.
NYCPodfest.com for those tickets. Rate and review this show wherever you get it. We would greatly appreciate it. Facebook.com/We Hate Movies, at WHM Podcast on Twitter. And what is next week's episode, Steve Sadek?
Oh, we are revving up the motorcycles, gang.
Oh,
it's time
fuck.
for Wild Hogs.
Oh, ew.
Oh, man. it. And I will say we do extra episodes on Patreon, patreon.com/We Hate Movies. And we will be doing, let's not announce it just yet. Let's get people excited.
Sure.
We're going to be doing a Tim Allen movie to connect with Wild Hogs for the month of April.
Right.
And if you subscribe now to that at the $5 level, you get an episode on Bright, Man of Steel, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. We just launched this tier. We're very excited about it. And then you'll also instantly unlock the $3 tier, which is Animation Damnation.
Tons
if you
of
want
animation.
more gross cartoon talk, including DuckTales, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Hit that up. And then at the $8 level, we have commentary tracks coming out. We have a syncable commentary track for Cloverfield Paradox, to name just one.
Oh, yeah, man. And also there's a Taken one.
There's a Taken 2 one, you mean.
Oh, right. Taken 2
Mentary.
And there's 2 Twilight Mentaries. 2 of them. I think we're going to do another one this year. We got to do
have to. I'm dying to get back into it.
Rambo Mentary.
Yep.
Oh,
the
right.
Rambo 2008 movie and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2014.
There it is.
And also at that level, a Star Trek recap podcast. We're doing every single episode of the original series and the Next Generation.
You're like Don Cheadle and Boogie Nights. You are great at this.
I'm great at a lot of things you've seen in Boogie Nights, my friend.
Oh, my good Lord. So until next week, where we're revving up the bikes like them fat twins in that famous picture, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadak.
Chris Cabin.
Eric Siska this time.
Take it easy.
That was a HeadGum podcast.